We gon' make it. It's alright, guys. We gon' make it. We gon' make it, baby.
Robitussin.
It's the Lyrical Fix.
Podcast.
What's up?
All right, you are now tuned into episode 10 of the Lyrical Fix Podcast. That in itself is episode 10.
That's
What's
applause
going
right
on?
there. Episode motherfucking 10. Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves. We're on now. This is live.
Well, my name is Val.
This is Kid
Sade.
and
Oh,
Kid
sorry.
Pro. Damn, we messed up the order. Damn it.
Oh yeah, you usually start. You start.
I don't even know that. I
It's
don't
all
know how it
good,
works.
it's all good.
It's alright.
I didn't even know we was
Almost
live for a
forgot- I
second.
forgot the sound effects, so now I have them open.
Yo,
Oh,
in
shit,
case
my
you can't
phone's starting.
tell, all three of us are fucking sick.
Oh god.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you hear it a little bit in,
yeah,
in
man.
9 and 9.5, but yeah, this episode, Jesus,
Oh man.
all of us.
Yeah,
We gonna make it.
we going through it right now. We going through it right now. Still hitting them jewels though. Crazy. Yeah, man. You go outside enough times in a week, and with that weather changing, it's bound to get you sooner or
Oh my
later.
God, Saturday killed me. Yeah, Sunday I had to I had to call out of work
Oh, you
because Saturday being in the park because I was already sick, so being in the park and then all night at night in Cliffside, I was so fucked up. I was just like I woke up like I can't do this.
Yeah, it was tough. When that wind outside was killing us, I didn't have a jacket on like I should have.
I am.
Should fucked me up. Now I'm
That's
paying
probably why
for
nobody
it.
really thought I was sick because I used my scarf and I was just trying to like cough into that. I was just like trying to hide it so I'm not hacking a lung in front of everybody.
Even though you said you had like half a lung and half a nostril, you seemed fine to me. That's why I didn't like question.
Yeah, I
it.
usually tough it out.
Yeah, you definitely did. I
Juan
can't.
yells at me all the time,
I
all the
am-
fucking time.
I'm
He's
a-
like, "You're not taking." I'll cough and be like, "You're not taking that shit." I did. When 2 days ago,
Yeah.
but I did.
You tougher than me in that aspect. Shit, I'm a huge bitch when it comes to being sick.
Really?
I was
just
surprised I
hate
made it through work
meds.
today. I'm surprised. Shit, I was fucking coughing. I was sniffing. It was terrible. I still,
Nah, I just eat that shit.
bro.
Banging.
I think guys are complete babies. We're tough for everything else, but we get sick. We're at a commission. We can't do a goddamn thing.
I always feel the almost sick, and I'm like, okay, I gotta drink my teas now. I prep myself. That's what it is.
Get the tea going.
You gotta eat. She knows what I'm talking about. Put some vaporub. She start putting Vicks, doing the subtle stuff, so it will prevent
Yeah.
major
everything.
damage
And then
later
you always
on.
gotta put like you get the Vicks. You put your pinky in
Yeah.
it, and you do a little right here, and it clears it
Yo,
up.
it does everything, man.
You gotta prep that shit before. it
Yeah.
comes.
Yo, our grandmas were right. Vicks really does fix everything.
I know it does. It does.
Dale el vaporú.
And
out
I'm
to
not.
all the
I mean, I'm a tea.
Caribbean.
I'm a tea drinker, but I mostly
Tomas
like
el
when I'm
Vicks.
sick, just hot water and lemon. That's it.
Oh yeah,
And the
natural
honey.
shit.
All the Caribbeans know it.
Papi, póngase el vaporú. Va a estar mejor ahí.
That's how they always be talking to you.
Papi, ¿qué le
Shout out
pasó?
to the Jamaicans that be
Oh,
having their own
shit.
names to it. I don't know what they be calling.
You scraped your knee, put some vaporub. You sick, put some vaporub. All the time, bro. That shit fixed everything for me growing up.
Oh shit.
I gotta go get some now. Shit.
Damn, I really wish I had some Dominican shit in my bag. I think I definitely left it in the car.
Dominican meds.
Ugh,
Get it for
it's
break.
like it's like menta. Like you drink it and it's and it's so good. And then Juan, once I went to go, because I was like, oh, this is not bad. And I went to go take another swig. He's like, no, don't drink that much. I was like, what's gonna happen? He's like, just don't drink. I was like, well, what's gonna happen? Because it doesn't, it tastes good. That Dayquil shit, I don't fuck with that. Robitussin.
Yeah. I
That
had
shit's
like some
worse.
Theraflu daytime cough and cold mix. Like, yeah, that worked like 2 hours. I took it before I got here, and shit didn't last long.
No, before I met you guys, before you guys came to the house with the for the park,
Yeah.
I had the Dominican shit, so it helps for the time being. Yeah, it helps.
Yeah,
And it's like you're still sick, but it's like mild. That shit is banging though.
Yeah, I'm feeling it now, man.
So you guys prefer like natural ways of getting out sicknesses before taking in medication?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
if it
I'll
can be
pop pills.
homemade
I don't
shit,
care.
yeah.
Like if I'm in pain, yeah. Like
take the
I'll
natural shit
take
all
like
day.
5 fucking extra strength.
So you don't care about having pills or you drinking medicine?
I
it's just
do.
No,
but-
drinking medicines, like, no, it depends. Like, if it depends. It's more for me, the drinking the medicine. That shit is disgusting.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I hated it when I was a kid. I was one of those kids that never finished when the doctor's
She'd
like,
be like, "Well."
make sure, yeah, like make sure you finish, like you have to finish the whole thing for like the 14 days. Nah, nigga, I ain't doing that shit.
Nah, get the fuck out of here, Doc.
You didn't do it?
Nah, you're lucky if I made it past day 5.
Yeah, sometimes.
And there's a whole bunch of us, so half the time my mom would just like forget. Or she see it, she's like, did you take it? Yeah, but she wouldn't bother. Like sometimes she would check, but sometimes she didn't check. So I just pray. Like I see her grabbing, I'm like, don't check it. And then she goes, and then something distracts her, and then she just walk away. I'm like, yes, because that shit would be the same as it was day 5 on the day 14.
Plus, my immune system was stronger. Back when I was younger, my immune system was stronger.
Oh yeah, when you're
I wouldn't be as
better.
sick. I wouldn't be as sick that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it.
But yo, going back to what we said before, we're 10 episodes deep, y'all.
Yeah,
This is some shit, man. This is an accomplishment. Not a lot of podcasts get this far, I guess. You know, sometimes they just start up. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, man, this really goes to show you, like, we got a long way to go, obviously, still. We've already had 2 guests so far. And we're going to keep it pushing, man. I guess this is a good time to say that you can find us on Anchor, Audio Mac, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and we're on YouTube. We just recently put up, episode 8? 9?
Yeah, 9.
Oh, no, as far as YouTube.
Oh, YouTube?
8. We got 8, The Spice.
Yeah, 8 The Spice.
8 is on YouTube right now. We didn't get the footage for that. It was a little technical difficulties. But for Greenhouse, for episode 9 and 9.5, Yamo will be there. Gonna have the footage up there for you.
Yeah, by the time this episode comes out, obviously 9.5 will be out, so everybody knows. I hope everybody enjoys the art cover.
Yeah, speaking of 9 and
Hopefully I can finesse that shit.
speaking of 9 and 9.5, man, shout out to STTP
Oh, for
fam,
sure.
straight to the point. Saint, Villa, LB the Great, Epidemic, and also Indeed who couldn't be there, but he's there in spirit. Yo, great fucking episode, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I was high as fuck during that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great time. They're
That was
awesome people.
amazing.
And the vices were in the air. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
I was definitely feeling it, man. That shit was
and
a great time.
the only thing I have to say is
What's up?
it's only North Jersey and fucking South Jersey, and that is it. And that's it.
We will
And
go
that's
to
it.
war with you for this,
That's it.
to the
That's all it
death.
is.
All right.
Central Jersey, my ass.
Center point.
Yeah, they fucking
God.
these people came to my job. I mean, Yatsu did too. Like they roll up, and then as they're walking away, who was the one that brought it up? Because I was flipping chairs.
I think it was Villa. I
It
think
was
Villa brought it
Villa.
up. Yeah, Villa brought it up.
Because I didn't know if it was him or Guest that brought. No, it wasn't Guest. Because
it was-
Guest was still by like the table.
It was slipped in the conversation real
Yeah,
quick.
and then Guest is like, what was Guest's stance on that? North or South? He's probably gonna text me right now at this point when he's listening. He's gonna be like, he'll text me his answer.
Shout out to guest.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
We need to do a drop for like all the people that we shout out for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right. That was pretty good.
That fucking air
We'll figure it
horn.
out.
That shit gets me every
Yeah,
time. No,
it's-
I have it. I just don't want to play it.
Speaking of, everybody at your place is awesome.
What do you mean?
That we met yesterday.
Oh yeah, no, Wednesdays are pretty good. It's a good I was gonna say staff on that night.
Yeah, shout out to the whole staff over there.
Yeah,
man.
those were the closers that you met. And then the bartenders. Shout out to Mikey B, who doesn't fucking listen. Yeah, Val thought he listens to it. So I go up, I was like, Mikey, you didn't tell me that you listen. Because all me and Mikey do is talk shit to each other.
Yeah. I do the same. He's
Yeah, because I make
hilarious.
fun of him because all the girls be on his shit. And it was, and usually like that's normal.
Yeah.
But there was this one guy who was just trying to be like his best friend. Like just because I guess he's a regular, or maybe they saw each other outside, I'm not sure. But he was just on it. He was just like, Mikey, like or also he had girls with him, so I don't know if he was trying to like, oh yeah, I know the bartender, you know. So he's just like, I'm there waiting for my drinks. Mikey pulls my ticket. He's about to get my shit, but then everybody around me is just, asking for shit. And then he looks at it, he looks at me, and he like nods. He's like, I got you. I'm not going to forget about you. And then this guy on my right goes, Mikey. So I turn around. I was like, I think he heard you. And then he's like, oh, my bad. I was like, yeah, that's my ear. That's my right ear right there. But yeah, he heard you. So I turn around, I look at Mikey, and then he still continues. So then he finally stops when Mikey was like, I heard you the first 20 times. As soon as Mikey turns around, I was like, Mikey. He's like, are you fucking serious? He was, I'm gonna talk shit to you. I'm not gonna talk shit to him, but I'll talk shit to you. So ever since then, yeah, it's been bad blood.
Mikey.
But there was Juan, shout out to Juan, who actually is in the process, or I think just did. No, I think it's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
He is opening his own gym.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
He's
that's
opening
that's
his own
fucking
gym.
amazing.
Congrats
Amazing.
to you, bro. I know how hard you worked on that, so that's what's up.
Like his own private gym.
Yeah,
Like type
quick
of
round of
Definitely.
applause for
That's
Juan.
dope.
Yeah,
Well, you might as well, because that motherfucking spot next to you was closed, and that was a 24-hour.
yeah.
That shit was fucking weird. And
Well,
then,
the 24. Yeah, it's that one is a little weird.
how you gonna have a 24-hour gym and it's closed?
Yeah. No, I've been
What the fuck?
when I
You went to the
moved
Ashburn
back
Heights
up
one.
from South Jersey, New Brunswick is South Jersey. When I moved back up from South Jersey, I had at the time down there. Shut up, because I was at
I'll
a
tell you in a
college
second.
campus.
Yeah.
They had a shit ton of gyms, so there's mad options, and I was going to some 24-hour shit. I can't remember. One of the cheap gyms. Maybe Planet Fitness. I think Planet Fitness, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 24 hours down there,
Okay.
but up here, the closest 24-hour one was like fucking 20 minutes away. I'm like, I'm not fucking driving 20 minutes just to go to the gym. That gives me time to make excuses not to go.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about 24-hour, and then I looked at, I'm like, about to sign up and shit, because 24 hours, the way we work, it's late and shit. So I'm like, all right, that'll work. That shit not 24 hours.
It's not 24 hours.
I think that's the one on Route 4. The
Yeah.
one on 17, I'm not. I don't even think that's 20. No.
Yeah, that one's
Right.
24
that
hours.
one's 24 hours, but it's trash.
That shit was,
And I know mad people that go there, so it's like high school reunion.
I was so
I'd
tight.
go to the one on 17 because I don't know anybody that is in Bergen County. I'm Passaic. If I go to the one in Willowbrook, oh my goodness, I know everybody, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm not trying to talk. I'm trying to work out. Like when I had friends come over too, like me and Sade, we've talked about this. We go in the gym, we work out. We're not trying to make conversation. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like you be in your zone. That's it. So when you see people from high school, I feel it. Like you don't want to talk. You don't want to be like,
No.
oh, how you been?
I mean,
okay.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, at this
can you leave me
point,
alone?
because the gym that I go to now, nobody really says anything to me. I don't notice probably,
Yeah.
so I don't even think it would. People. I mean, there are people that will try to talk to me, but I have fucking I got the Beat headphones,
Yeah.
so I make it a point huh? I heard you, but huh? What? Hey, what's up? Or if I see somebody that I know, I mean, no, I don't really pay attention to anybody around me when I'm working out. It's just I don't want, if it's so many, it's more likely that they're gonna stop what I'm doing.
Yeah.
When I used to work at Whole Foods, they'd be like, oh yeah, I saw you, yeah, but you were in the zone, I was gonna stop you, but I didn't. So I was like, all right, yes, bitch face in effect at the gym, yes.
I guess that's a good place to have the bitch face.
Oh no, for
Word.
sure.
Yeah,
sure.
word up.
For sure.
No, I was tight though when I was outside your place. I brought that up because I'm tight as hell. I didn't understand the whole concept of that. 24 hours, but it's closed. The only person that was getting a workout in that bitch was a cleaning lady outside. She was doing the fucking spraying the shit and doing that.
She's so
Mad
nice.
reps.
Yeah.
I was tight, man. But yeah, other than that place was cool. Your spot was cool. All the people there, cool. The staff. Shout out to
Yeah.
them, man.
Yeah. Dan too.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dan, he wants to start his own podcast, but kind of a live thing. So he wants my help with that too. So it'd be pretty cool if we can do a cross. Shout out to Dan. I'm also trying to get him to
Of
sing.
Crossover.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
brother.
So when Val, Kid Pro, and SCTP crew, you guys were all out at. Do we talk about where we work or no?
No, we don't.
Okay, so
work.
where we work.
Yeah, that's why I said. Yeah, that's why I said your spot.
Yeah, where we work. All of a sudden, of course, where there's SCTP crew,
Right.
there is singing.
And
So
guess
they're
as well.
all. Oh yeah, and I mean, anybody who follows any of us or all of us, you've seen the videos already, and you see me carrying plates, I'm busting a table. I'm looking. I'm you see me running real quick past the video. I didn't even know Guess was recording. And then bartender Dan, he gets involved and starts singing, and then Villa looked over oh my god, you have because Dan has a nice voice. If he especially if he works on it, he has a good voice.
We were
We
singing
talked about
what
it,
this the song from Seal, "Kiss from a Rose."
Yeah, and then when you guys were, he's like, oh, that's it, no more Seal. and then started something else.
He has a really unique voice. I think he's
I don't know anymore.
right
Seal.
there on that. that's his pocket.
No more Seal. Yeah, nigga. No more Seal. I don't know shit else, but
That's
Kiss
definitely
from
his
a Rose.
pocket, though. Yeah.
It's something that I
and
think
Taylor.
people need to be reminded of.
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
And we
like
were-
I don't think we had the guy from that the kiss of an angel. Like we haven't had like a voice like that in a while.
No.
So that's the kind of voice that I feel.
Yeah,
think we
nice.
had-
It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I don't know who the hell that is that you talking about.
Dan, he's the bartender.
No, I'm saying the person, that voice.
Oh, really?
That isn't
that?
Steven?
Yeah.
Wait, Steven who?
From Aerosmith.
Oh, Steven Tyler.
Yeah. Or not
Yeah.
Steven. It's fucking these Steves and Stevens in my life fuck me up. Cause I will call if they go by Steve, I go by Steven. I can't.
We're just having.
Breathing.
God, that's
They got, oh shit! Fuck! I forgot we got that camera angle. Fucking shit! God damn it!
Oh,
All right, you got me. You got me for the
That's what
clips.
music does.
But yeah, we was there. Prior to that, we went to Lenora's.
Oh,
Shout
should
out.
we go all the way to the beginning, or you want to go backwards?
We can start. All right, fuck. You know what? Because
Yeah.
we didn't even get into what happened this week. So
Yeah. Oh, for anybody listening, and for those who are listening, yeah, it's a free flow episode, so we're just gonna be jumping
we
around.
free
and shit.
flowing this
Free flowing. All right, go ahead.
So the Pod Fam went out with STTP and Guest Music. We had a couple shows together. Bless you. Val and I did the art therapy. What was the official name? Art Therapy
It's
in the Park?
the art.
But it was
It's
an event by
Therapy-
Therapy Without a Degree podcast. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Nat and crew gave us pretty much just an incredible experience. A lot of vendors, a lot of art that was going on, performances.
Art therapy at the park.
Art therapy at
the
the park.
simplest
All right.
thing,
So it was. Thank you. Yes.
Matt, I forgot that one.
So shout out to them, man. They put on a great show. Went from like 2 to 8, stretched out a little longer. Performances: Stephen Darnell, Saint, Guess, myself, Val, Droovy was there.
LB the Great.
Sade was floating around doing a photographer and videographer.
Yeah,
joint
everybody
shit.
was just like, that I don't, because I don't like saying that I do it. It's more of like a hobby, like
Yeah, it's the cutest thing. She lights up.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I went up to her and I said, "I'm like, I see the difference." And then she just smiled at me. I was like,
Wait, what?
When I went up to you in the event, because mind you, it's an outdoor setting, guys. It was obvious. It's what it says.
It was at the park. Yeah.
Literally at the park, and there was different artists there showing their pieces of art, and it was great, and also we performed for them, so like that's the whole thing of it, right? So we were there, and I went up to her and I saw her light up as she was taking pictures, because I've seen her at work mode, we work together. But there's a difference. It's a shift in the change, and you can tell, because when you have passion in something that you love and that you strive for, you light up. Your energy tends to change. It's not like, oh, I'm coming into work and I'm like blah blah blah, and you can bring that energy in. Whereas for when you love something and you have passion for it, it's like, I'm here, I'm ready, let's go.
Taking pictures is one of those things.
Yeah,
it's just like writing. I mean, writing probably makes me a little bit more frustrated, but then at the end, it's like yes. And then it's one of those things. But I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I love my show. I do. It's just, it's work for me. So that's why it's like, you see that I have those moments. People have pointed out, like, I have those moments when I get to sit down and actually watch performances, that I'll be all in it. But then like, it's for like 2 seconds, and then But yeah, taking pictures, I love that shit. I think I don't want to. I was telling Saint this, because he's like, damn, he's like, you got good shots. Like, I was like, I don't want to tell, like, this is not something I want to do for work.
Right.
Like, I just love doing it.
Yeah. So
Which those pictures are coming out soon.
You get
'cause
into
I
your
finally
fun
got my camera
bag,
back.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's
I
up,
think it was
because I
really
rarely
nice.
see her when she's not working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shit, even last night when I saw her, she was fucking working, which is crazy.
Yeah, they were. What was it? You or Villa were like, oh, she working now.
I said that.
Oh yeah, that
I was
was.
like, you busting tables. Okay, I see you out here doing your thing.
Word.
Because I had that one table, but when you guys started singing, because I was waiting, I was like, "You motherfuckers, just fucking leave already."
Yeah.
And then as soon as you guys started singing, like, they weren't annoyed, but they were like, "Okay, you're gonna be busy. Like, we'll close out, and like, we'll still chill here." Because I told them, I was like, "Oh, if you're gonna hang around, just let me know if you need anything." The back of my mind, I'm like, "Don't fucking ask me for shit.
Yeah.
Like, you closed out, done. Let me stop."
But yeah, it was great. It was a great time over there at the park, and then from there, we all went out to Cliffside Park for another show. Me, Stephen Darnell, and Guess ended up doing one mic day.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to one day over there in Cliffside Park. It was a 512 lounge or bar in Cliffside
Yeah.
Park.
512, something like that. Yeah.
512, yeah. Dope spot, man. When I walked in, I will say, yeah, on Instagram that shit looks a lot bigger. When I walked in, I noticed it was like just a straight up bar. And everything like that. And then I noticed is like the thing that makes it look bigger, at least on Instagram, is the mirror they got.
Yeah, yeah.
On this
Because when
shit.
you pointed, because I was looking at it, I'm like, damn, I'm bugging. I was like, pictures be like fucking crazy.
You would think it's big as fuck.
It does get packed in there though.
Yeah.
They had
That's the
a
thing.
really good turnout.
It's
Yeah.
packed. And then
No,
you
they had
add
a
that
really good
mirror
turnout.
in the mix, and it looks double. Obviously, it's a fucking mirror, so
Oh my
50 looks
God.
like 100.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the mirror,
That's true.
okay, wait. Before I get into the mirror, fuck, this is so funny. But yeah, I mean, damn, I really should have like networked more with those bartenders. I kind of want to go back to that place. Those bartenders were fucking amazing.
They were.
They
Shout out to
were.
them.
I mean, they also hooked us up, but I think it was more the fact that, because I caught myself saying like "yer," and then I looked. I was like, "Listen, baby, what is your name? Because I'm not gonna be calling you yer and yo and bartend. Like I'm not gonna. No." And then Joy was right next to me. Shout out to Joy, and she's just like. And the guy like looked at us and laughed, and me and Joy at the same time like, no, we do this. Like, no, we that's like that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I mean, the only bartender I know that doesn't mind being called bartender is my friend Alina, because she's just one of those, like, she works in the city, so she's like, I kind of like the creeps that I see, like I don't want them knowing my name,
Right.
and then they become regulars and it gets annoying, so I just tell them, call me bartender. That's about it. She was like, because if anything, if they spot me outside, it's like I can just easily ignore them, kind of thing. But besides that, shout out to them. They were fucking amazing. That was Eli. I feel bad. I didn't really get to know the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, we already had Eli and Frankie, and they made the drinks like on point. So I was a little sexist, and I just went only to them.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Frankie, baby, another one,
That's
another
right.
one.
And
Let me get 4 more.
You was feeding me the drinks. We called it La Sucia.
La Sucia.
Yo.
Yeah,
it
La
was
Sucia has had
Crazy.
it's been through a whole evolution. I mean, not whole evolution. It's only been, I only changed it once. That's it.
It's had a growth.
No, it's had a growth. Yeah, it has. Yeah, La Sucia is my signature drink that I made up for when I have a menu. I had only one show where I sold liquor, and we were planning, because the venue, they didn't tell me they didn't have a liquor license.
Okay.
They just said, do whatever you want. So I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, you have one. My dumb ass. Because he just, like, he cut me off. That should have been sign number 1. He cut me off. He's like, no, just do whatever you want. Kind of. He probably just, like, do whatever you want as long as I don't know about it.
Yeah.
To kind of, like, I guess, just be like, we can tell the cops, write it off or whatever. But anyway, or blame me for it. But so me and my brother, shout out to Jordan, we made up a whole drink menu. And the one, it's 3 drinks, 2 named after songs, depending on the month and the time, and then La Sucia.
La Sucia.
So hopefully,
That was
if I
some
get my
shit,
own
man.
place and I can sell liquor, you guys will experience the menu.
Yeah. That spot in general though was pretty dope, man. And like I said before, the size thing was crazy.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like you see,
that was insane.
it was like seeing a hot chick on Instagram, and then you meet her in person, and then you like, what the fuck? That's a lot of filters.
Right.
That's a lot of motherfucking filters. For
To be
one, and this
honest.
is no shot at them.
shit.
It's just they had a small stage and everything like that. So first thing I did, which probably looked disrespectful to them, was I put my foot on that stage and looked like something that was built in 7th grade shop class, like woods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
it's a little
moved.
rough.
And then when I was performing, I stomped on that stage. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not afraid to say it because fuck it. I was feeling myself, I guess, too much that night. But I talked a lot of shit during my performance. Like, there's one thing I hate.
A lot.
Yeah. Maybe not a lot. But if there's one thing I hate when I'm performing at a show, it's motherfuckers that are trying to be too cool. Like, it's already a packed spot. The music's bumping. People obviously feeling these performances. And there's a bunch of cool niggas that just hang around the back trying to look cute for the girls. I get it. It's Saturday night. You got your good clothes on. You know, you're trying to get some action at the other night. I took a little personal during my shit because from that stage, you really can see everything. So, you know what I mean? As much as I'm talking shit about that stage, you really could get a good view of everything that's going on and pretty much everyone in that room. And, yeah, man, I said something in between my set to these guys. I was like, I see how cool niggas looking nice. I'm like, y'all should just give it up right now. Go home and just jack off. You ain't going to get shit tonight. And, you know,
Yeah, I
the
thought
crowd
that
made
was
some
hilarious.
noise. And after that, I went right into my next shit. And those dudes paid attention after that. But that just goes to show you, man, like, I like to have control of the stage, and I like to make sure that everybody's listening. That may be sounding kind of egotistical.
But
But
I
like,
don't think there's anything wrong with it.
yeah, I mean, when you're on your MC shit, like, you want to make sure everybody's paying attention. You out there, you know, pouring your heart out for these motherfuckers. The least they could do is, you know, try to at least give me something, you know what I mean? Because everybody was rocking with it. And, yeah, I was feeling myself a lot that night, and I really don't know if I'm going to get invited back. But if I don't, still, shout out to them. It was a great experience. I was happy to do it. People in there were dope. Shout out to One Day and the DJs. I didn't get their name, but everybody in there that performed was dope. I think I met Derek Tavernier. Who else was there that was dope? I seen J-Flow from Lowland and Dover and Ghost Rue. I think that's his name. My bad if I got it wrong. Ron Solomon was supposed to be there. Ethan Ross was supposed to be there. Didn't show up. But Steven Darnell rocked it. Guest rocked it. Marissa D. Simone. I'm trying to remember the other artist that was there, but Amazing Grace Cakes was a vendor.
Yeah.
And
yeah, some old guy bought me and Joy cupcakes.
Oh,
I didn't
creepy
even eat
ass
that
nigga.
shit.
I saw that nigga. That's a creepy motherfucker.
Yeah, he was
And
staring
then
us down.
He waited
It
till
was
y'all
weird.
went outside, and then he came outside trying to smoke a cigarette, trying to look cool. That nigga was
Oh yeah, he was outside. I forgot about that
creepy.
shit. Yeah, he was a little creeper.
Oh, shout out to homegirl. I forgot her name, but she was a comedian. She was funny as hell. Me and guests were talking to her
You
outside.
talking about the old guy that was in?
The old nigga bought
Yeah,
her.
the one that was next to the cupcakes.
Oh,
The old nigga bought her a
yeah.
drink, and then he wanted to come see her outside and, you know, see what the aftermath was. But she was talking to me and guests. She just wanted a cigarette off of us and shit. So, and
I
yeah,
didn't even-
she was trying to avoid that nigga.
I don't think I got to see her. I think I know I saw part of her. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Creepy.
And then shout out to Yvette, the two poets
Yes.
that
Oh,
play off
Angie
each
Yvette.
other.
Yes, yes.
Angie and Yvette. I was
Them
like,
two.
I know the
Shout out
other
to
one
them.
starts with an
Yes.
A. So
They killed that shit,
Yvette has reached out, so we will see her at Check It. Most likely Angie too, but I'm not sure. And no, them two, yo, fucking amazing. I was like, bro, cause they're, you know, if they're across the way, they're in the Bronx. Cause they're like, no, we're not from here. We're in the Bronx. I was like, okay, from where though? Like, I was like, well, what's the, like, I know. So it was pretty cool.
Well, they were cool as hell.
To talk to them and shit. Cause I was like, oh man, I got a cousin over there. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you right
pretty
there. Cause I just wanted to see. That's why anybody from New York that I meet and like I'll talk to them about the show. I'm like, okay, where exactly though? Cause I know the city. Like, where exactly are you? That's not too far, kind of thing. But yeah, so they're gonna be coming out, and they're super excited.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You better
Well,
go next
I
time.
talked
'Cause
to you that.
I ain't gonna be invited back, so you might as well go get your spot. Get
I
your time
gotcha.
in. Yeah. That
Oh, one mic time.
yeah, you might as well. And what else? That was continuing my KID tour.
Yeah.
What the hell else did we do? Anything else?
Lenore's.
We did.
Oh wait, no,
Laura's-
real quick.
What's
One
up?
mic day. Just shout out to Steven. I love this guy. And even it was, oh my God, I can't with him. My little Alabama boy. I love him. So art therapy, he goes up and they're trying to figure out like his song situation and all that shit. And he's you know, he's telling his story, and that's somebody we definitely have to get on here.
Yeah.
But he's telling his story and shit. And then all of a sudden he's like, he turns around, and I didn't even notice that his phone is facing,
He
you
does a
know,
lot, yeah.
everybody. And I never noticed that until the art therapy show. He's like, my mama. Oh look, my mama here. My mama's watching.
Yeah.
And
On Facebook Live, yeah.
Yeah. And then flash forward to one mic day that night. He was like setting up his phone. So he's leaning against the mirror, setting up his phone to do all that shit. And then I caught him. I wanted to get a picture so bad. It was like, I know it was an intimate moment, so I didn't. But he was looking at himself like he was prepping himself.
Yeah.
He was like, you got this. He's like, you got this. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, my
It
man's
was
was,
cool.
he was in the mirror, psyching himself up.
Yeah.
I did not look that way because I thought, all right, he's just dancing. He's feeling himself. I mean, he's in the moment.
Oh no, because I
chilling.
was directly in front of him, next to their cameraman.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to him like, listen, I don't want to get in your shot. Like, just let me know. And he's like, yeah. Because he was cool as shit. I think he had to be like Dominican. He had to be. He was cool as fuck though. And then he's like, no, I'll let you know. Don't worry, it's okay. Because I would anytime I moved, I look back at him. He's like, no, you're good. Because I was way too close to that camera.
Kill me.
But I got some.
In my truck.
I was waiting
was
for it.
Dominican?
Huh?
The guy that was taking the photography.
The guy doing the videos?
Yeah.
In the back with the tripod? Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even think of that.
No, but they had there was a few others because they had this girl taking just pictures, and then I think they had somebody else like floating around with the camera, but then they had the tripod.
Okay.
So yeah, the tripod. I think
it was
he
very
on
well
video.
cultured, that event, for sure. It really was. 'cause
No, they
it
had a
was
solid
different.
team. They got everybody working and everything like that. That's what's
It
up.
was
was
like
pretty
even the people who were volunteering, the people who came out and showed their artwork. I feel like it was very diverse. I felt like we saw a lot of
so
good
like art
pieces.
therapy,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was
the-
talking
Oh,
about
I'm
one mic
mad.
day.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I was
we're
talking about one mic day.
Oh, one mic day.
Yeah. No, but art therapy too.
No, yeah, we're talking about one mic day. No, you talking about that camera? Which one? The Moreno?
I think both of them were very diverse, because I'd never seen that kind of diversity there neither. Like a bunch of us in different ages.
It was specific, yeah.
Yeah, in different ages too. Like I think we had different ages in one
shout
mic.
out to Nat.
Right, in one mic day, and then we had, because I
Yeah,
was like,
no.
yo, you see middle 50s, and then you see us, you know, and then you see younger.
Shout out to Nat, and I finally got to meet her mom. And I don't know if I
Oh
said
yeah,
on the podcast.
Nat's
that's
mom
so
was dope.
true.
Yeah, because we were
cool.
talking about it, but I was trying to set up for something on my phone and I missed it.
Nat's
So
mom's mad cool.
flashback to art therapy. Yeah, Nat is my tattoo artist. Love that girl.
Shout out to Nat.
And it was a cool experience to get to meet her mom, and then also see her daughter, because when I started my Lion King sleeve, I think it was right before she got pregnant or while she was pregnant.
Right.
Okay.
So then at one point when she was doing like Mufasa and Simba, or I forgot what part it was, my hand was just there and I was just trying to hold it. Like I got her boob and then I have her fucking belly. I was like, what am I doing? I was like, I don't know what to do with my hand right now. She's like, it's fine. Just rest it on my stomach. It's fine. So I'm just there. And I guess maybe the vibration, I was like, it's like weird. The vibration going through my arm from the needle, that the baby kicked me. Her daughter kicked me, and I was like, wait, can you just stop real quick? Because I'm trying not to jerk my hand away.
Yeah.
Because I never, I just like, out of respect, and I'm a little afraid of it. Like touching a woman's like, belly. Like,
okay.
When they're
Yeah,
pregnant.
you don't want to do that.
No, because I feel like that's just like,
I'm sorry.
No, I don't want that.
I wouldn't want that.
no, when people do that
I mean,
to Andrea
if you
at work
ask
all the
me
time.
before you touch it, that's fine. But if somebody just puts it, I'm gonna be like, yo, like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird when you walk up to somebody who's pregnant, just touch their belly.
I'm like, don't
Without
touch
asking?
my belly.
Yeah.
And I'm very like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want your bad juju. So
Well, I never thought about it like that, but it's just creepy. It's just
Yeah,
someone
it is
touching.
creepy.
Yeah.
But I mean, for
Just
me,
don't do it.
it's just it's creepy. I don't. I'm good.
Who does
Do
that?
it, do
That's
it.
weird.
So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So then she's like, it's fine. Just rest your hand on my stomach. So I'm just there, and then I get a kick, and I was like, Nat, can you like stop for 2 seconds? And then she's like, what happened? Like, what did I? Because she thought like something happened. I was like, no. I was like, your baby just kicked me. Like the baby just kicked me. So then that was like that was years ago. I was like, I had to be like 5 years. Yeah, I think she's 5 years old. And then seeing her now running around, and
Word.
I mean, she don't know who the hell I am,
Yeah.
but it's just like, aw.
That's how it was for my nephew when he was in my sister's belly. She would show me where he kicked, and then I would feel him. I used to sing songs to him in the belly and everything, and he knows them now. I'm so proud.
so
I'm like,
great,
look at you. He calls me Mati because I was in About Tia Michelle or Titi Michelle. I was like, you're not going to call me
Yeah,
that.
make up a new name.
I'm like, yeah, Mati. We're going to do that. Mama Tia. That's what
No,
I
but
Definitely.
that was dope though, and like her mom, her mom. I don't know. Was she talking to it was you or somebody was next to me when she's like, yeah, man, I used to do this shit.
Yeah.
da,
It
da,
was
da."
there,
Yeah.
It was me, yeah.
Yeah, she was telling me a little bit about herself, and I told her, I was like, oh, we gotta talk. Like I'm mad I didn't get to talk to her, because once you guys weren't performing, I mean, I was paying attention to the other performers,
Yeah.
but I wanted to show love to the artist.
Was
and
like the last time you saw her daughter was in like that form, or you saw her outside of that?
no,
No, she was there. I mean,
Oh wow.
no, I haven't. She'll like I'll see Nat's kid on like Instagram, or she'll show me pictures like like when I go visit, I'm like, oh, how old is the baby? And she tells me an age. I'm like, damn, what the hell? She's like, yeah, like we've known each other for a little while.
So seeing her at the event was kind of like, oh.
Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
a moment. I got a picture of them. Yeah, and you could tell like Nat's a little annoying, a little bit. She was just like what? That shit was funny. But no, like I was showing love to the artist, like while like during the like other people's performances.
Yeah.
And I met a couple. I lost the business cards, but I just found them, the ones I collected. So I'm gonna be reaching out to them soon. I got a couple that are interested, or like 3, I think. One is debating. She's never done live painting. One is like so down to come to check it and show his stuff art. He has a shit ton of Marvel drawings. and they're sick. He has this one Deadpool one where he's like, yeah, people rip this off and get tattoos from it, and it's like, no, like it is dope, but at least let me get some credit.
Yeah.
That's fucked
So
up.
yeah, that's always something like, you know, you got to watch out for. And this one, the first artist I went to, it's so cute. Her girlfriend is her manager, and we had a moment where the artist, I don't remember her name right now. Damn. But I'm not gonna even try to guess. But we had a moment. She's like, yeah, because her girl came up. She's like, by the way, let's get a picture of you guys, and da-da-da-da, and it was cute. And then she's like, yeah, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm still new to this and talking to people and this and that. And I was like, oh no, I'm exactly the same way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was exactly the same way. I'm like, even like hosting my show, like now I'm getting comfortable. Like a few months ago, like it took me a while to get comfortable to it. And then I pointed out Val. I'm like, yeah, you see the girl with the curly hair? I'm like, yeah, that's my artist, Val. And yeah, she kind of pushes me too, because I'm like, yeah, like I don't really want to do it. She's like, no, you have to. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah,
so,
we push each other.
But yeah, she's dope. She does live paintings all the time. So I told her, I was like, come through. So it's going to be a little different at Check It soon enough. Thank God.
You
Trying to
know,
highlight
diversify.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
That's what it's all about.
out there.
Oh, we
All
do it.
creatives are more than welcome. All creatives, you know, whatever you do, it's true. It's important.
All
That's
creatives.
it's poetry, you know, drawing. Everything.
I would like to
is
see
needed.
more stand-up comedy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'd
for
like to see more
real.
comedians are tough. Comedians do not, like, I've had a few that aren't, like, they've never, I mean, it's an open mic, so I'm not expecting, like, you know, somebody famous.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole point, is like, even if you're an amateur, like, okay, you should still do it.
Yeah.
And I've had people like that they're good around like a crowd, but they don't know, because now they have a mic.
Yeah.
And now it's an actual show.
Yeah.
It's like, like they're worried that, and it is, I think we've talked about this before. Comedians, I think, definitely have it tougher.
Yeah. Yeah, because it also depends on where you're at. It depends.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like an artist. Like if you do trap
No,
music
yeah.
and you're in a room full of like
But
MCs.
Don't you think that, like, if a drama major had a monologue, it would be just as hard? Because you're doing,
Well,
you're
no,
like talking
the comedian,
to yourself.
they're trying to get you to. Well, I'm not trying to have like a dick measuring contest.
No.
Like, it doesn't. I'm just saying, like, they have to, it's a quiet room. It's not like there's music playing. Yeah. There's nothing for people to, even like if they don't like the music, they could kind of fake it and like bop their heads or, you know, or anything like that. It's a quiet room, and they got to make you laugh.
Yeah. And get
Stuff
everybody's
like that.
attention.
Yeah. So I think that's, because I was talking about it with somebody, and I didn't realize it until somebody said it, and I'm like, damn, that's probably why.
It's tough.
That is kind of tough.
I would like to see more of it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I do enjoy stand-up comedy. Like whenever I can, I go to shows and shit. I love that shit. I might try it one day. At Check It one day.
I'm applying to one next week.
What?
I'm applying to one next week, a comedy show.
Are you really?
Yeah. Well, not to like do comedy, but to work it. Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh,
so
nice.
hopefully, my friend brought it up to me, and I'm like, you know what? That'll be a good place, so I can bring some people over.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
I would love
I'm
that.
waiting for you to do yours, though. We already talked about that.
I might do a little 5
You
minute
should.
set. I don't know,
A little
man.
light.
You know what I mean? I got a little funny side to me, but I gotta like write the material down because I know I would take it serious. Like I really would if I was gonna do it. Like I would take it serious. So yeah, this would be a good place to try it out just to see.
Yeah, you've been testing the waters, especially
Couple
here.
jokes.
Like, you know everybody, and then it's just all about like comfort zone.
Yeah, like when I
Here.
perform, like I always like make it a point to like fucking just tell a joke just to help warm up the crowd, like get everybody on my side. Like last night at Lenora's for also shout out to Stephen Darnell because it's his birthday today.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's right.
Oh,
He
yeah.
found out, it's his birthday. So
Happy
it was like, as soon as it hit
birthday.
12, everybody was like, yo.
Everybody was like, happy
And
birthday,
it's
bro.
like, yeah, happy birthday, Stephen Darnell. Yeah, man. Even then, like, I just found something to just throw a joke in. Like, there was like a Halloween costume, like some skeleton motherfucker that was in the corner of the room. I thought it was a person. I said some shit. The Indian guy, whatever. I don't want to fucking offend anybody. That was there. I was like, shouting him out, dapping him up.
Yeah, he was the best hype
He
man
was
of the
hyping.
whole.
He was hyping everybody up the whole time.
Whole entire.
I'm so mad I missed
I don't know what is it. I don't know what it is with white people and everybody else that doesn't know hip hop. They think this is the whole thing that everybody does.
Yeah, it's
I
usually
hate
like
that shit. Always like that. They do
it
the same
has to-
bop.
It's
You know
like
what?
a
I had
back and forth, like a wave.
caught a couple of them recording, and I was like, oh, would you look at that?
He was going in. He was hyping everybody's shit up. It was very, very awkward, but very cool and fun at the same time. That was my first time at a bar. Like, I've never performed with a pool table right next to me. Like niggas was
that
literally
was
playing
just so
pool
awkward.
while guests was performing.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I was talking to Saint, I'm like, how are they gonna have you guys? Because my cousin, that was there last night when you guys were
Your
performing.
fucking eyes.
Yeah. So shout out to Richie. So my cousin, he whenever like he's around an open mic, and it's usually just Lenora's because he goes there to drink and shit. And then he'll text me, oh, there's an open mic at Lenora's. Are you coming through? And I'm like, no, I fucking work. Like, no. But then this time I'm like, yeah, no, I know there's a show. Like the artists that I work with are there. They're performing. And then he's like, oh shit, really? And then starts sending me and then I told him, like, oh yeah, my podcast co-host Kid Pro, and he's seen you perform.
Yeah.
The last time he was here was probably maybe I think the second time or first time. It was before you were a feature.
Oh, dope. Okay.
It wasn't the battle. It was like before you were a feature.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just chilling at the bar like with my mom and shit. And then he's just watching. And
Ron.
all right, it's your cue.
Y continuamos con más Lyrical Fix Podcast. All right, so
we are back.
we're starting. Yeah, so guys, during our break, we noticed that the clock had struck midnight.
Yep.
And we looked to our phones.
Officially the 25th.
It's officially the 25th of October.
Still waiting.
It is no longer Drake's
Still
birthday.
waiting.
Thank God. And
Right.
turns out,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't you know, we're checking online, checking our streaming apps for music. No Kanye. Jesus is king. Again, Jesus has not showed up.
No.
Again.
So when is he coming? Because I won't know.
When's this head? This nigga's still late again.
Oh god.
So, we got new release dates, right? Apparently, ...
Yeah, it went from Yandi was the 29th, and then Jesus is King was the 27th. Because Yandi is Jesus is King. He just changed the
Right.
title.
Right.
He went I think he went a different direction.
Right.
And then yeah, and still waiting.
Still
October
waiting.
25th.
Yeah.
It's
So-
12. It's 12:38 right now.
We would have liked to at least hear a song or hear something, maybe an
Yeah,
intro
we got
or
a
whatever.
whole listening party we're gonna do.
We were gonna just
Yeah.
hang out, listen to the album, and then do a quick review, and then go, deep diving into it for next week. But I guess we'll leave it for next week
Yeah.
Right.
if that shit even drops.
If
If
it
Jesus
happens.
shows up,
Yeah.
how funny is that? What if
I
that's a
know.
running joke? It just never comes up like Jesus.
Right.
But yeah, all right, so much for that. So we were gonna, have a long discussion about it, but whatever. Let's move on.
Should we get into the interview?
Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. Let's stay on Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
There was an interview. Sade brought this up before. I had no idea. So where is this from? Do you know?
It's Zane Lowe, so it's from
Okay.
Apple Music, the Beats One Radio.
All right.
So,
So
yeah.
what were they talking about specifically?
Everything. It went from Drake. I got mostly snippets and quotes that I seen like on Twitter, and then I was able to catch some of it, but then not paying attention, my fucking phone died. But yeah, it was. Kanye seemed happy. Kanye was, it was a little different. It wasn't, and I think his most iconic, and I read this somewhere too, and it made me realize like, oh shit, his like, iconic interview moments, or besides, Houseway, has been with Zane Lowe, like the one like screaming and like the crazy shit, or it's been almost all of them have been with Zane Lowe. So yeah, and Zane
Okay.
Lowe, he's not a bad.
He tends to
Interview?
get a lot of good stuff out of people.
Yeah, he tends to. He's not my favorite though, but he tends to get some good shit. I liked his with Kendrick, but besides the point. So the most talked about though,
Yeah, let me hear this. What's up?
is what he was saying, commenting about people. I think he was, the people who are working on the project. He asked them to abstain from sex. So we're gonna get into that.
No, there was times where I was asking people to fast during the album. This is gonna be radical, what I'm about to say. I know this is, we can look at it, the edit. There's times where I was asking people to not have premarital sex while they were working on the album.
Jeez.
That's a little
I
crazy.
know that's one with the
That
shade
is.
room. Be like, what you mean you don't have premarital sex? You better turn that Meg Thee Stallion on right now.
No, for sure that was happening.
But seriously, there's times where I went to people that were working on other projects and said, could you just work and focus on this? I mean, it's known when people pray together, families that pray together, stay together. When people pray together and fast together, the power is increased.
Yeah, that was, I guess, Apple Music's little trailer for it.
I don't know what the hell is nigga thinking.
Well,
You're
I
not-
don't know.
You're not gonna tell me I can't get a nut. Why are we making this music, bruh?
To be honest,
Fuck out of here.
I mean, what kind of music? He's
Excuse me,
doing
excuse me.
gospel music, I guess, from the whole
All right, so
purpose
he's
of it.
he's
Yeah,
staying in
it's,
the-
it's not entirely gospel music.
Keeping
the
that
way,
gospel energy.
The way you see,
I guess
yeah,
that's where he's coming.
because I think, was it not last week, the week before, I was telling you how there was a leak, like somebody, when he played it in New York, and of course you can't do this shit in New York, fucking somebody recorded it and put the audio out there. So it's fucked up audio. So it's like anybody just going to a show. So, yeah, it's like if you're performing and it's supposed to be exclusive shit, but I record it and I put it out there, it's kind of like that. So it's shitty quality. My boy, shout out to Malik Morrison. He said he heard it and then had to stop because he was like, I can't, because that's why I heard it was trash. I'm like, nah, like I need to hear like finished product. I know it's it's
absolutely.
Kanye. This shit gonna be different.
Yeah.
But he said it was actually fire. He said the beats and the way you see people's reactions when they're putting out videos but with no audio of people reacting to like his listening parties, reacting to the album, it's not going to be straight. I think it's still going to be Kanye. It's still going to be fire beats.
Okay.
I think it's maybe his take on gospel. But on the interview, in the interview with Zane Lowe, he did mention another album coming out apparently. Jesus is Born on Christmas.
Okay.
Wait, no. So it's Jesus is Born released on Christmas. Okay, so I made it sound like that was the title, but yeah.
Well, man, I mean, this album, the first one didn't even come out. Jesus King ain't even show up. He talking about Jesus is Born on Christmas.
Yeah,
Fuck outta
oh my god, that shit was
I
funny.
don't know, man.
It was a post. I think it's probably on my story right now. Somebody put on Twitter, it was like, how you like a perfect rollout, announce a date, change the date, and still don't drop. And change the date and then announce the next album when the first one didn't even drop. So it's like, yeah, that's perfect.
Only Kanye. The fuck out of here. The fuck I look like telling
only he
people that
can.
shit. Check out my next album, the one when I even dropped the first one yet. Some bullshit. And back to that shit. Let's not ignore the subject. You're not telling me not to fuck. Well, get the fuck out of here. Premarital sex.
Oh, that reminded me of Fresh Prince. Is your world square? I'm just trying to get a nut. Exactly.
Yeah, come on, exactly,
Kanye.
bro. Come on.
I mean,
bro.
ideally, like in religion, because I've been a part of it,
Right.
it's very important for whoever is up there to not do that while you're singing up there. It's like very adamant. So it's also like said like so what he stated on fasting and prayer, I can kind of relate to, because fasting and prayer, to a certain extent, depending on what religion you're in, can bring you closer to your spirituality 100%, which can make you then put that out in your music more strongly and influentially.
Yeah, that part I understood.
So I understood that 100%.
Okay.
Because I've had to be in a place of that nature as well at one point where I was put to fast and pray and not do none of that stuff.
Right,
And, I mean, realistically, when you are up there, you're not supposed to do that, period.
Yeah.
But you know, that's for the establishments that I was a part of before.
Yeah.
You know, they would judge you and say, you know, you're not supposed to be up there based on whatever, this and that. So, because apparently you're bringing distraction. You know, you're not really focused. You're just bringing in all of that stuff that you felt, stimulation or whatever, and you're bringing that into that vibe or into that energy. And it's not, that's not the purpose of this album. For example, with Kanye per se, I guess that's what he was trying to say to his people, I guess. But like everybody has their own thing. Maybe they didn't want to voluntarily do that.
Yeah, he made a point to say premarital sex because
Yeah.
he's married. You know he's fucking.
Exactly. Or
Right.
like whoever is up there singing is fucking.
So,
smashing.
but if it's like, I guess it's considered fornication in that aspect, and it's a form of sinning. So I guess in that sense, he wants it to be purely about Jesus and purely about that faith, and for everybody to be on that same page,
it was
so
definitely
they can put out that energy.
I think
on
it was
that.
definitely
And I think
about
that's where
being
he
on the
was
same page.
trying to say with his crew.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna need y'all to abstain. I'm gonna go fuck my wife though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel bad for y'all.
Yeah, I
but
feel
I'm
bad for
still
y'all,
getting mine,
man.
anyways.
No, for sure. I think it was definitely about being on the same page, and just we.
But
pray
he can
together,
go fuck
fast
his
together.
wife, right? But
Oh yeah, no.
he can go get
He
his
definitely slammed
nut.
to that fake ass. That's
I
for
mean, I
sure.
haven't been to any of his Sunday services, but I can assume that it's going to be, sort of that vibe, but and that energy, but way up
Whoa,
or hype.
he said so. Okay, so the album on Christmas, Jesus is Born Again, is a Sunday service album. So it's gonna be like gospel. It's gonna be like that. But this one, I mean, they're definitely involved. He definitely has the Sunday service crew, but I think it's more beats. But we don't know. It's Kanye. I don't think he'll ever really give up beats, honestly.
Yeah, on this one.
Sunday, yeah. So it'll probably be here and there, but I don't think. I mean,
he
he's
definitely
a
had his
producer.
hand in the production.
Oh, for sure. There's gonna be something because even he, especially early on, for Sunday service, he would do, like if they were doing his songs, he'd just be doing the beat, and you see him like in his Kanye mode, like yeah. So,
I mean, he had a lot of good gospel influences in Life of Pablo, and I liked what he did with that. There's some people who didn't.
It was supposed to be.
You know, like a lot of people didn't really fucks with it, but there's some tracks on there, like
There was something that was down there.
That you know, like that got to me. Ultralight Beam has a lot of influence on gospel, and I think I'm expecting sort of that kind of vibe, but even more to another level in this album. And just because he said that, that kind of made me a little bit like, okay, like a little serious for me, because I come from that religious background, so I'm like, okay, I'm looking at you a little bit differently. But at the same time, going back to that, it's like, how can we look at you that differently when it comes down to all of your decisions and all of the reasons or actions you have shown us in the past couple years, which is confusing to all of his fans, or confusing to his culture, confusing to what he is.
Yeah, he talks about that in the interview.
Yeah.
No,
he
talks
does?
About everything.
Oh.
Yeah,
so what is his response to that?
That's that. I was leading up to that, and then that's when my fucking thing died.
Here. Oh, sorry.
What?
You want to use my...
No, that's for the other topics.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to play the entire interview right now.
Okay.
Apple will take us down. Fuck that. No.
But fuck it, man. Look, at this time, the Kanye album is still not dropped. We'll check back in like 15 minutes and see if anything.
Yeah, we'll definitely
check back.
check
We might take another break.
Yeah, my phone is going off with like tweets and shit.
But let's move on from that, man.
Okay.
You want you want something else you want to?
Go ahead. That's fine.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we'll cut from there. All right, so yeah, next thing that come up, I don't know too much on this, but Ray J apparently was given the life rights, or Suge Knight gave the rights to his life to Ray J. So basically giving Ray J full control of making his biopic, making a death row biopic, you know, because Suge is incarcerated right now for an offense. I don't even know the specifics of it, but he's away for a long time, so he signed his rights over to Ray J. Apparently Nick Cannon has the book deal, but Ray J has the actual motherfucking rights to his life to make the biopic. That's crazy. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Now, which led me to a question. I wanted to ask you guys: would you give someone the rights to your life if you was going to jail, just to for them to tell your story? Would you trust somebody with that type of thing?
I think it depends on the history and the bond and what he knows
And
specifically, and if yeah,
because you got to trust that dude to make money off of your likeness.
Exactly.
You know
I'm sure Suge's getting something in commissary, so I don't think that's a problem.
Not too many people I would trust with my likeness.
I wouldn't do that personally,
story.
but like I said, it depends on the bond. It depends on the situation. It depends on the scenario.
I don't think it necessarily means bond. I think it's more if there's a trust. You don't have to bond with somebody to trust somebody. Because I've bonded with people that I don't trust. So like they're not connected. Yeah. I think it's more like I see you're getting work done.
Yeah.
You're doing this, you're doing that. Like I trust you to do this. Yeah. Like I mean Nick Cannon, he's a fucking hustler. Like he's gonna do shit. Ray J with all his shit is probably gonna do it, and I'm sure he has like maybe he has some type of bond. But I know I think it's more of like he trusts them. And let's be honest. I mean, can you make Suge look any worse than he already does? Probably can you really fuck it up more than he already has?
Yeah. You're right.
So it's not like it's a pristine.
Unless you get a shitty actor to play him.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not gonna be the most pristine, fucking thing. I mean, I think I kind of liked the guy that played him on the Tupac one. I just didn't like the Tupac movie. I think they rushed it too much. The latest one, that actor who played Tupac was fucking pristine. He was amazing.
Oh yeah, so if they have a death row movie, he'd probably bring him back.
Yeah, but I mean, I would hope so. I was thinking about this the other day. We were talking about because apparently now I'm Suge Knight. In our like group chat with Villa and shit, like who would play who and all this and that. I honestly, I was thinking about it, like Tupac. They don't usually, when it's reenactments, and I mean not reenactments, but you know, like shit like that. They don't bring the same actors.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, why didn't you bring? Ooh, okay, not yet. Sorry, I thought it was something about Kanye. But like, why didn't you bring like so and so back? Because he fucking killed it.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Right.
I hope they do, because he fucking looks exactly like Tupac. And then the Suge Knight, I think that was perfect. The only one that was kind of off was Snoop, which it was just weird for me because his voice, Snoop did his own voiceover.
Yeah, that was some weird shit.
That was a little weird. It threw me off. I was like, damn. I was like, this guy really sound like Snoop right now.
Dude,
and then
really
when I got to the
terrible.
movie theater, I looked it up. I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
It bugged me out the entire movie.
Just 'cause the real dude probably didn't sound like Snoop at all.
Like, hey, what's up? My name's Snoop.
Oh, I want to hear his real voice so bad. I was going to look into it, and I never did.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's the rhyme? The Greek. Snoop Doggy Dog.
But
This
yeah.
is not working.
But hey, man, hopefully, I mean, if I was Suge, the only way I would give the rights to my likeness was if I was in a position where I wouldn't be around like Suge, except for I'm going to be in jail a long time, and the person doing it is going to make some decent money to hold down my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the only reason I would do what Suge did in that sense. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't really see a point. All right, man, so moving on. We got Nas, man, said recently he's pretty much done celebrating the Illmatic. Like, he doesn't want to hear about it anymore. He doesn't want to get interviewed. He doesn't want to do a 30-year anniversary, 35, 40. He wants to be done with Illmatic and just move on with the rest of his career. I, for one, completely agree with him, especially because, for one, he doesn't even fucking own Illmatic. He doesn't own the masters. So why would you want to keep celebrating stuff like that? No, he does not. He does not own Illmatic at all. The record label does.
Damn.
So,
right.
yeah. And he's done so much more than just fucking Illmatic. Yeah, it's one of the greatest fucking albums, definitely top 10 hip-hop albums of all time. But the dude is so much more than that, especially nowadays, like with his business ventures, like his investments, and just music in general, everything after that, the classic songs he's made, the moments, his beef with Jay-Z. Like, he's so much more than just Illmatic. It shouldn't be what defines him. And for people to still be stuck on that, yeah, it's his classic album. You're not going to beat that, especially for Nas' album.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can see as an artist, like, you don't want to get stuck on that. Like, you want people to see the rest of you and not define you by your one moment when you were fucking, 16 or something back in 94? He was a fucking kid. You know, that's kind of like disrespectful to him to say that shit. Like, oh, you know, I still fuck with Illmatic the most. Like, nigga, you know how much other classic shit I made in the past 20 years? Fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, that definitely was. I mean, I understand because Illmatic is fucking amazing.
Right.
But he does have so much other good work too, where it probably gets frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like an actor only being known for their one role. And they're like, imagine those kid actors. Imagine those kid actors.
Macaulay
just
Culkin?
like, oh, he's like, you know, I don't just do this. Like, you know, I'm not just a Home Alone kid. I've done other shit too.
Yo, Macaulay, do the face.
Or like, what was his name when he was like a rich kid?
I would be that
was it
person.
Little Richie?
Little Richie? What, from
No.
Family Matters?
No. It was Macaulay. It was Macaulay. I can't even say his name right. Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin, yeah. So saying,
I
yeah.
said it right. It took me a minute. But I was trying to think. Try not to cough, so I'm like, if I say a lot, it'll probably go away. Fuck. Oh, what movie was it? When he's like this fucking rich kid. It's like living in a mansion. He had a suit on. Richie Rich. There. I don't know why I always say Little Richie. Richie Rich. Yeah.
Richie Rich.
But imagine only being known for that, and he's just like, but I do. I mean, that's why he's so fucking strung out. He looks crazy now.
Yeah.
So I understand we're not, because I seen that, it popped up on my phone. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
but
man.
then it makes sense.
You gotta be bothered by that. Now, if I think it'd be a different case for him if he owned it. I think, you know, I would assume that he would be. But also, as an artist, you want to be known for so much more. And you make a good point with actors. Like, no actor wants to be just that guy that was in that role.
Same thing for MCs, singers. Nobody wants to be known. I mean, they want to be known, but they want to, like, okay, no, but like I have other stuff. Like I have other works. Like,
especially if it's your first. Like your
it's
first
like,
outing
is
doesn't get better than your first. Like, that sucks, man.
Yeah, everybody's always trying to compare to the first.
Yeah, so many other artists, like their second or third album was their best, or
especially
down the line.
When you have Jay-Z, who it's like people talk about his first, but then they talk about other shit too.
Talk about Blueprint, talk about American Gangster. You know,
Everybody has their own
444.
opinion.
You know what I mean? 444 being his latest shit when he was in his 40s. You know what I mean?
review I wrote for that shit, I had to make it a series. I made it a weekly series for like a month.
Now that for me, I'd be
That shit was
fucking proud of
intense.
that. If like, yo, I put out like 20 years worth of music, and you think that this, when I put out recently, tops all the other ones. Like that to me feels like a full, complete career. Like just getting better with time, better with age.
Yeah.
Like that shit is dope. So for Nas, I would definitely, I agree with him. I sympathize. I'd be done celebrating Illmatic too. It's a classic album. Leave it as it is. No need to fucking bring it back up every 5 years and talk about the magnitude and the magnificence and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I got other shit going on.
Yeah, I got other shit going on. Dude's about to be a fucking billionaire just off of investments. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Good for him. Yeah.
Mass Appeal's doing really good.
Yeah, bro. Everything else he's done, all the other investments he's made.
Yeah. And
Just
speaking
little
of Nas,
stuff.
him and his artist Dave East, because Dave East is signed to Mass Appeal. They just dropped a single out tonight.
Oh, that's what's up.
While you're
That's
sitting
what's
here, yeah.
More
'cause,
music that came out when
Dave
Kanye
East is
didn't.
coming out his actual debut album, because he's just been fucking like blowing through mixtapes, even though that's not really a difference, but whatever. But yeah,
Dave
his shit
East.
comes out in next week.
Okay.
Oh, that's soon? All right, word
Or
up.
like 2 weeks, yeah. So
That's what's up. I heard it.
got a lot going on.
That's what's up. All right, moving on from that. T.I. was doing an interview recently, and it says, I don't want to hear none of you niggas rap. He don't want nobody to come up to him and rap. Now, I get it. Rappers, MCs, you see a dope-ass rapper, the first thing you want to do is spit some shit to him in the hopes of, I don't know, your life turning around. We heard a couple stories that way. I think that's how Big Sean got signed to Good Music. He saw Kanye somewhere and just rapped his ass off for him, and that made Kanye want to sign him. A lot of rappers don't really feel the same way, because nowadays everybody got a fucking verse. Anybody can just walk up to you and rap.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't happen that often. Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
it doesn't happen that often where like a J. Cole or like the Big Sean, like they're not gonna stop and listen.
right, yeah. And I agree with T.I.'s explanation, because he's like, there's so much more that has to be done. Like, you have to show that you have the work ethic.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just come up to me and spit some hot shit, because
Yeah.
a lot of people can, but a lot of other people don't have the work ethic and the drive and the hunger to really be an artist that's worth signing to a major artist label. You know what I mean? So I can agree with T.I. there. And then it was funny because later that week, I saw the complete opposite of this, where a rapper spent money on a billboard saying, hey, QC Quality Control signed me, and then had his Instagram handle. And then they replied. It was a picture on Twitter, and the guy from QC replies like, all right, hit up my people's here. We're going to be in contact. And he's like, all right, bet. And then under that, T.I. said, I respect this. So I see where T.I.'s going with it. He doesn't like a rapper just coming up to you, because that's not really taking a lot of effort and stuff. It's just
It's
you.
also evasion of privacy in that
That too.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're also bothering the guy. But putting the money down to get a billboard, to get everybody's attention, saying, hey, sign me. That does, take
The
a little
extra
more effort.
effort.
Yeah, so I could see that. But the flip side to that is, yeah, he put that effort in, he put that money in, but what if his music sucks? Do they still feel like they can work something with him? You know, like, would you rather work with somebody that has talent or someone that just has the work ethic?
True.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Because you can't teach work ethic, but you also can't teach talent.
Yeah.
So as a
I mean,
manager,
you
it's a
could-
tough
shit,
thing.
You could fucking beat somebody to work.
But work ethic, I feel, ties with the passion and drive, right?
Yeah, no, but my thing is, would you rather work with someone that has work ethic or someone that has talent? What do you think would be easier to breed?
If they only had, we're starting a would you rather early.
Kind of,
No,
I guess in a way, yeah. Like if I'm a manager and I see somebody with talent but has no work ethic, you could work them into it. But if there's someone that has insane work ethic, crazy drive, hunger, passion, but their music sucks,
Well, that's okay. In both instances, I mean, I couldn't, integrity-wise, I couldn't just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna get you like the best fucking engineers who are gonna make you sound amazing.
right?
Because not to knock anybody, but there's a lot of people like that in the industry.
Yeah.
Where not to, like their work ethic is there, but their talent is, it's all engineers. Like, you can't really sing like that. It's the engineers behind you.
Right.
So there's that, but then you have talent where it's like you have to constantly, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. Like, we got deadlines, we got this, we got that. So that comes with it, but at the same time, I understand where it's like, if you don't see the effort right away and it's like, oh, just listen to my shit. Okay, well, that's not a lot of effort. and you're almost like babysitting.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it happens. But then that's why there's so many different, like PR won't really, PR a little bit. Then you have assistants, and then you have A&R will help develop you. And it's also, they're there, and that's what I want to do. Like, there to kind of, it's easier when there's work ethic, but if there is a slight chance of it, then that's when it's like, okay, we can work with that.
You can work with it.
No work ethic, I would try because it's talent. I'm always down for trying, but then it's like, okay, bro, like you got to do something.
Yeah, put the work in. Yeah, I think I could. Yeah.
Because it's a waste of talent, and it's like, all right, well
I feel you on that.
then go live your regular 9-to-5 life. Then
Yeah.
You don't want it. Then you don't want it as bad.
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to.
I agree with that. That's perfectly answered.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that shit. So there's a flip side to everything. All right, so that's let's keep moving. This was kind of quiet this week, but it came up. Apparently, rapper The Game is having to pay $7.1 million to an accuser from a past offense. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money to pay off to somebody, man.
I mean, in the industry though, it's not a lot.
I guess, but does he really
But
have $7.1 million to just give away like that?
Well, yeah, no game, yeah.
Even if he did, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot. That is a lot. I'm trying to think.
I mean, if he did all that shit though, he probably deserves it.
Yeah, and that's the shit. Like, it's not new in the industry. Even
Right
like
now.
Hollywood, stuff like that, where something goes down and they're paid for it.
Yeah.
Or even like look at like R. Kelly, he was paying families to keep quiet or like deny, like
That's crazy.
the little girl in the video like that went out in the was it late 90s or early 2000s it went out. The whole like peeing fiasco and shit. He paid that family. So it's nothing new, but when it comes to that, I think that's why like the judge probably just wanted to make it like make an example.
Right.
And be like, no, you have to pay. Like, you want to pay, like, you got to pay for repercussions, pretty much. Like, you have to, shit like that. So it's a rough $7 million.
No, million, not billion.
Oh, million?
Yeah,
But
you
still,
thought it said billion?
I don't
Oh,
know
damn,
why I
hell
thought
no.
you said billion. I'm like, nah, he definitely got that. He don't got that shit.
No, million.
7 million. I mean,
7 billion.
I was like, the fuck
That'd
you
be
talking
some
about?
shit.
I mean,
sometimes
7 million
question.
still is not a lot though in the industry.
I sometimes question though, like with these victims, do they get paid and then they sign something to just keep their mouth shut after?
NDA.
You know what I'm saying? Like at that point.
Well, she's already said her shit. 'Cause he's already
Yeah,
been
no, I don't.
accused.
He probably didn't say anything. I mean, he probably didn't do the whole sign. So if you were to fuck with a celebrity, most of them have NDAs. So it's kind of like, all right, so we're gonna do this. I've heard of cases where before, like, you get, like, the person will get a text, like, okay, or, like, security picks you out. Before you even step into the room, you got to sign a paper.
Yeah.
Done deal, that's it. So you keep your mouth shut. And that, I mean, that could be, like, consensual. It doesn't have to be, anything crazy. But when it comes to payment, yeah. It's kind of like, all right, you're going to take this money, but you're going to sign this and say that you're never going to say anything about what just happened.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, no book deals, no interviews, shit like that. Yeah, just take the money and keep your mouth shut.
I don't know the case of this.
I don't know. Yeah, you just know you got accused.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. But
we're
I
not
just
gonna
wonder, can people bring back those cases back after years later of signing that form or something? Is it even possible for us to re-bring that back and go against that? And if so, it would have to be legal.
Well, NDAs, like lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you violate that, it's like a contract almost.
Yeah, it's
a
just basically
contract to
saying
keep
you're
your
not going
mouth
to say
shut.
shit.
So with the Me Too movement, with the whole R. Kelly situation, I believe like half of these victims probably signed this form and now no.
I doubt that.
No.
You highly doubt it?
No, the ones that, because there are ones that they said like they're paying that, because there's a lot more than the ones that were popping up. But there were ones that like said something about it. But I think if it's probably null if the person is like on the chopping block for something, then it might be null and void. If he's on the chopping block for it and it's like, okay, so any contracts, whatever. Then there's also people that are like in fear, don't want to bring it up. And then I'm sure like those parents, especially the one that this guy had him on, R. Kelly had him on tour. I think it was like a bassist or guitarist or something. Had him on tour and on like two or three albums. He's not going to want to come up front and be like, yes, that was my daughter. Like, 15 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So I know he's not going to want to do that. And then she has a whole career. Somebody actually found her. And like they like, I think they posted her or some shit like that. But yeah, somebody found her on Instagram. She has like a career. Well, a slight career in like music and shit.
Okay.
So yeah.
So she's out here.
Yeah, she's out there. They're saying like this is the person speculated that is, the girl, but then she's not going to confirm anything. But regardless, in this case, I don't think Game did that. Maybe he didn't. I don't know, but I don't know the story. I don't know if it was like he was drunk and whatever, or like, I don't know. It's a little weird.
All right, so 7.1. Good luck to him. I know he's trying to make that last album, make some money back, tour and do all that shit. I know that's what I've been doing.
Him a lot lately.
That too. Yeah, I saw a picture of him. He's trying to look like Nipsey now. Got his cornrows and the big beard. Wild that shit. Wild.
R.I.P.
Yeah, wild shit. All right, moving on. Let me see. We talked Kanye. We don't even know if Kanye dropped yet. Suge Knight, Nas, T.I. Oh man, let's get into it right now. Cardi B.
Oh, Cardi B. Okay.
You want to get that on? You want to play that footage first, or we just get right into it? What happened?
See.
Cardi B.
Yeah, just go ahead and talk. I got you.
Cardi B stated that she paved the way for the new crop of female artists that are in the industry now, like your Cash Dolls, your Megan Thee Stallions. Those are the big two that come to mind right now. Saweetie. Basically, she's saying that she's the pioneer of this new trend of female rappers. I've seen both opinions, both sides on this. People saying you're crazy, you're whack, shut the fuck up. And the other side saying, yeah, you're right, even though Nicki really did birth you, but when you got big, everybody else started noticing, hey, we can make some money off these women doing these raps, these little ratchet raps or whatever. And a lot of them started to get signed after Cardi's big year. After the Bodak Yellow, you started seeing more female rappers pop up that, aren't afraid to rap about their sexuality.
Right.
And make songs about everything from scamming to just straight cheating on a nigga to women empowerment. Yeah. And they all were in that Cardi lane. So in that sense, I agree with Cardi. She's definitely the reason why this stuff has happened. So you could say, yeah, she paved the way. But also, it's fucking Cardi. Like,
I just believe that she made it more comfortable for us to
made it more acceptable for us to digest it.
Yeah.
And the labels saw that shit right away and were like, cha-ching, we gonna make some money off this. And they got their own little Cardis that they cooking up, making their own music, for the girls.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? It's a good market.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
So she defended herself. I think people were coming at her about that because everybody was like, who the fuck are you to say that you're the reason why these females got signed? But Cardi clapped back. Do we know what she said? Sade?
Yeah. So actually, and then also T.I. was part of that too.
Was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still looking for it right now.
It was a conversation that they had. But yeah, man. That
and
shit.
it was on Title's Rap Radar with Elliot Wilson and B. Dot.
Okay.
Actually, I'm trying to see if B. Dot was on there. There was you saw the list of the interviewers?
No.
That shit was good. So I have a video, but it's like somebody edited it, so you're gonna hear some extra shit. I should have just played it off like that was ours. All right. So this is it. Maybe let's volume up a little bit.
It's kind of like easier for a lot of these female artists. Like I feel like before me, there was no female rapper that was signed to a label. Well,
what? Anyway, chat.
The ones that already
those are the
been
edits,
established.
Yeah.
Nobody was signing them.
Yeah, right.
And now everybody's just signing them if you could rap and you got a couple of followers, because nobody want to miss the opportunity like a lot of labels, and people miss the opportunity with me because I went to a couple. I went to a couple of motherfuckers and they say no.
Was this before you did Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that, or like you shopping at the same time?
There was one before I did Love and Hip Hop, and there was just like negative. And there was one that was like, oh, you're too much on Love and Hip Hop, so that just
Well, that's the thing. I think you're also a pioneer, because people would think if you do the reality show, the stigma is they're not going to take you seriously as an artist.
Yeah.
You smashed that and showed them that they would.
I think she kind of kicked the doors down.
What?
Being person.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, she
You know
kicked
what I
the doors
mean?
down.
Most
Yeah,
women,
that's
when
what
they
I meant.
came
Like
out,
Yeah.
they were
she made it
extremely
comfortable.
mysterious.
Yeah,
You
made it more
hardly
comfortable for
ever
everybody. If
heard
she
of
don't
them.
make Bodak Yellow and doesn't have the year that she had with all those other songs and winning Grammys or whatever, performing at the Super Bowl, if that doesn't happen, then I think these female rappers aren't as big or they aren't as lucrative or just as famous as they are now. Like, come on, man. If you could turn Cardi from reality show star to like performing at the Super Bowl in a span of a year, you think labels aren't gonna go and get the next Cardi?
No, she had like the most
true.
insane first
Insane
fucking
year,
year.
man. Come on, shit it on Nicki Minaj's first year.
Yeah, it
Like,
did,
let's
and that's
be
why she
real.
felt so salty.
Yeah, so why would you not labels go and find the next Cardi B?
Exactly. But yeah, she went on to go. So according to her, this is I'm trying to think.
We reading this?
Tweets, yeah, I'm reading it right now. I didn't say I paved the way for female rappers, but I gave the hood and women hope. Niggas wasn't collabing with female rappers. Labels, God damn it, Cardi, you're fucking writing. Labels were signing female rappers and putting them in a shelf and not focusing on them, not giving them proper attention. Yeah, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
It seemed like it was impossible for it to be more than one female rapper. These male rappers were not even, oh baby, take the H out. It's not where, it's where. We're not even taking money from female rappers for a feature because it seemed far-fetched for another woman to make it. I see so many male artists collabing with females now, even some that are not mainstream, because I know they don't want to miss out on the opportunity in case they make it, because trust and believe, a lot of niggas, okay, she put it us. A lot of niggas are, I ask for features from when they see me, they tell me I should have believed. Damn, I should have done that feature. And y'all can deny it as much as y'all want and say I'm crazy or shut the fuck up. But how many female rappers before me were getting chances or getting pushed? They wasn't believing, and now they are. She's not wrong.
Yeah, she's not wrong, man. That's what I'm
no.
saying. So people,
She said what the fuck she said.
people just automatically attacking her, being like, oh, I can't stand her music or whatever. But she does have a point. We're not gonna sit here and act like Meg Thee Stallion, Cash Doll, all these other girls aren't there or getting the push that they're getting because of Cardi's success.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah,
It is what it is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shouldn't put a damp on things at all.
No, and yeah, without Nicki, there is no Cardi B. But without Cardi, there is no Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? There is no Hot Girl Summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know
There
what I
was
mean?
none of that shit. And even like think about it, when Nicki, I remember when she came out, she was hot shit, man. She was. I mean, mixtape Nicki, there's nothing better. I'm sorry,
Right,
I don't
right.
do this barb shit. Nothing better than mixtape Nicki. Besides Monsters, that was a good feature.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I remember when people were saying that, and there was this whole uproar, and like, well, what about Lil' Kim? What about da-da-da? And it's like, okay, yes, but this is,
This is a new generation. That's what
Yeah.
people need to understand. Like, I think people see a quote, it's not the full quote, and they just lose sight, and they don't even watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people just see the quote and think that, oh, she's thinking she's the reason for female rap to exist. No, nigga, listen to what she said. Like, the fact that she had to explain herself is stupid. I knew what she meant right away.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
The new crop of artists, that's it.
And
Of course
even-
she's not
yeah,
responsible
and-
for Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown,
Exactly.
MC Light, Queen Latifah. Of course, we know this.
Even like when like Remy Ma came out, let's say with that, like when we're doing a
Yeah.
string of beefs and shit. Like they
To
like
be honest, they're the reasons
there was
why.
an MC Light before
Yeah,
her.
exactly.
And obviously Remy didn't open the door for MC Light from before. It's or Queen Latifah, shit like that.
So people to say that is like, what do you? And then
It's
people
like
just get
they're
into her music.
continuing.
Yeah, this wasn't about her music. This is about what her music did, though.
Yeah. J.
Yeah.
Cole opened doors, no?
Yeah,
Jay did
Yeah.
it before him.
exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all. That's all it comes down
It
to.
all
So
comes
yeah,
down to that.
nah,
Yes.
Cardi, talk your shit. Come on, you can't say she's not wrong, bro.
Nah.
Like for real. At the end of the day, she's not wrong for that.
I think it was probably the way she probably said it.
Delivered it.
I'm gonna need that one. The way she probably said it, and people are just right away, jumping like, oh, you said you paved the way.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Nowadays, it's hard, man. You
Tell me
really
she
gotta
didn't
like
pave
be
the way,
careful what you say, because people take that shit the completely wrong way.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. No, shout out to Cardi, man. Do your fucking thing. Get your money. Keep making these hits. Although it's gonna be hard to top Bodak Yellow.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right
it
now.
is.
Another fucking hit. That's another one. Suffering from that success of your
there
first
was
single.
one song that I really liked besides Bodak, though. That's my shit.
Bodak was dope. I liked Play With Me or whatever, or Take Care
Oh
of Me.
yeah, but the super, wait, Bruno Mars?
No.
Careful with me.
Careful with me. Yeah, that one.
That one.
I like that song. That song was dope.
No, that's good.
Yeah, I like the beat and shit. But yeah, shout out to her, man.
I like came through dripping.
Dripping, drip.
Drip.
We would be at work, and mind you, I'm like getting drinks and pouring. I'm about ready to like go or whatever, or I'm putting an order in, and she just comes like past me. Go ahead.
Came through dripping.
Drip. And I just be like this, drip.
I would be like,
She'd be funny as hell. She like wild out. I'm like, you're supposed to let the moment just go. Just let it rock.
Came through dripping.
But yeah, go ahead.
No, that's all my fucking topics, man. I think that's pretty much everything. We've had an eventful week. The KID tour keeps rolling on tomorrow, or actually today at this point, Friday. I'm gonna be in Perth, Amboy. What
You
we
want to
doing?
get into Tank or no?
Oh, we still got
yeah.
the Tank shit. You're right.
Yeah, you don't have a pen. You didn't write it down.
I didn't write it down. That's
I
right.
was gonna be like, did you guys want to do Would You Rather, or you wanted to?
No, you know what? Let's talk about the Tank thing, then we can get to
yeah,
Would You
yeah,
Rather.
yeah, definitely.
That out, and then we'll do Would You Rather.
But yeah, later today, Perth Amboy.
So
October
yeah,
25th.
I tried to. I was being lazy. I was
Who are
trying
you?
to find the actual clip because we fucking curse out here in these streets.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go with a censored one for this one.
Yeah, so
All right.
please mind the bleeps.
That he did.
He sucked the once, right? And then he's like, I'm not sure if I liked it or not.
Let
You
me
know what I'm
try
saying?
it again.
Let me try it again. And then he says, you know what? It's not for me. Don't like the taste. You see what I'm saying?
Don't like the taste.
We not talking about chicken. We talking about chicken.
Talking
Well,
about
you
chicken.
know what?
And chicken sandwich in his jaw.
How you made a bar out of chicken and
Because
chicken.
she's an artist at heart. Yeah. It's natural. It comes natural.
But it doesn't mean he's gay. It means he sucked twice.
Okay. So, just for the sake of your argument, that's okay.
Let's dig into it, right? Okay.
That
so
he did.
he sucked the once, right?
So yeah. So Tank was on
Lip service.
on Lip Service with Angelique, Stephanie Santiago, and all them and shit. Yeah, he had that to say. All right, I can't find it. I'll find it in a second. Yeah, he had that to say. How you feel about it?
That's wild, man.
Did you catch did you hear what happened before and after? You said something about the whole
Yeah, there was more to it. Like he was just
Yeah,
trying to
they played
explain
that.
himself because, like I said, it's another just like the Cardi thing. Like we only listened to the one quote. Oh, he said he sucked 2 dicks. You're not gay.
Yeah.
There was more context to it. That's a shame. Like people don't listen to the whole interview. They just listen to snippets and
Yeah,
Make
that was
their assumptions
Think
on
with-
It was
that.
yeah,
actually
they
a
make the
clap
assumption.
back to one of the comments
Yeah.
on Shade Room. Yeah.
Do we have that?
Yeah, I got
yeah.
it.
Go ahead. Yeah, go into it.
So somebody's like, "Sweetie, living your truth. Period. I'm not homophobic. Blah 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 blah." Just saying all that be confused, conflicted, normalizing. You're just talking shit and trying to be like it's okay. You can do this. If you're gonna come out, then come out or whatever. And then he goes, "You sound ridiculously uniformed." One didn't watch. Oh, well, no. This person kind of said a little extra. Some bullshit, though. You sound ridiculously uniformed. One, you didn't watch the whole interview, so don't even understand the context in which my opinion was given. That's what you said.
Right.
2, you clearly you don't know me or what I represent. You've drawn all your conclusions from one clip. Be smarter than a 4th grader.
Yep.
Snap, snap. Do some research, then come back and speak I can't pronounce shit. I'm so sick.
Intentionally.
Yeah. No, intelligently.
Intelligently.
Yeah, sorry. I had to take a second. Or don't speak at me at all. Right now, you don't look so classy. And that was it. Because, classy, it's her screen name, her username has classy in it.
Tank with the
About
clap
Miss
back.
G, yeah.
Clever.
Little clap back.
Wordplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, it's just one of those things. All right, you said what you said. All right. Yeah.
Look, man. Look. If you rob a bank twice, you're a thief. If you kill 2 people, you're a murderer. And if you suck a dick twice, you're probably gay. I think once you're curious, twice you probably liked it. I don't think you go back to be like, I gotta try this one more time to see if this is meant for me. I gotta see if I'm alright to be sucking
Yeah,
dick.
that's a little.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was confused because I heard he was saying something like, "Oh, if you try it, then you're not gay because you just
Because you tried it.
But I
And
didn't know about
you
the
realize
2-time
it's
thing.
not for you.
Yeah, because I didn't.
Yeah.
At that point, I just heard about it and see the clip or anything or hear the podcast.
I can't see
So I was
myself
just
being
like, what?
curious to try it again.
Yeah, I can't see how that's okay or normal. I
No.
think after the first time, you pretty much
You
know.
probably liked it.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and try it again. I don't think I did it right the first time. Yeah, man.
I don't think it did it justice.
I don't think it did it justice. I think I could have sucked that dick better.
It's like one of those things. Like I don't know if you've done this. Where,
Maybe
like,
I could have taken
like,
it better.
when a guy comes up to you trying to hit on you, and then you try to play like, "Nah, I'm gay." Like, you think that's gonna deflect them? No, it doesn't.
Oh, that gives them more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they want to do it more.
Yeah, because it's that or the boyfriend thing. They never work. You think they're gonna work in theory, but they don't work. So you pull out like, yeah, I'm gay. Okay, so like, have you not tried it? Do you want to try it? And it's one of those things.
They get more
like,
brave.
nah.
Niggas get more brave. Oh, so you want to try some?
Yeah. And then I've had the girls hit on me, and I'm just like, nah, not my cup of tea. I'm sorry, baby. Like, no, I'm good. Have you tried it? No, it kind of scares me a little bit. I'm good.
Yeah.
Then wasn't someone trying to hit on you last night? Some
Oh
chick?
shit.
Yeah,
Was that last night too?
it was.
Yeah, you've been bringing all the bitches out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I just chill, and then they come up, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm not shy. I'd make conversation.
And you was in some chill gear. You wasn't bothering nobody. Yeah.
You just got out of work, right?
Yeah, I just had Under Armour pants
Yeah.
and.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
I think that's what it is.
Oh, you was showing it off. All right.
I don't know.
And then homegirl just came in when she invited you to play pool.
Yeah, she did, and we played pool.
Y'all played in the private room too. You was away because we was trying to look for you. We didn't know where you went. The performances were going on, and you was like in the back room. I looked her. I'm like, oh, she got a pool stick in her hand. Something's going down.
Yeah. I was definitely playing pool with her because she was like, "Oh, you play pool?" I was like, "Yeah, I play a little something." And I'm like, crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then she was like, "Oh, we gonna have to check that out." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
play
when
with
they
you.
say that, when they throw that shit at you, guy or fucking woman, like, no.
I was just like, nah. She pretty much got it through conversation. Oh, she's straight. Like, she pretty much got it.
She found out you was strictly diggly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think she found out because of the conversations we had. I was like, nah, I don't. Yeah, but yeah, going back, this is the blah blah. And I brought
so
it
she
back.
tried it. She tried it right there, like find
with
out
the glazes or the eyes, and I wasn't giving it to her.
So she was running game.
Yeah, she was like looking at me up and down, and I was just.
I would have been like,
because if I was
like,
about that
Villa.
way, I would have been just that with her. But the fact that I wasn't, I was like,
I would have been like, Villa, you're not my cousin tonight. Like, just stay close to me. I can't.
I know how to I know how to like, basically talk to them to a way that they respect and they don't cross that line. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. There's a fine line between that, but like they get it, like after.
Well, no, of course, yeah,
of course.
No, I mean, I was joking.
Yeah,
no, I was joking.
Also,
it's more, yeah. When you're a female but you're straight, and then other women like hit on you, and it's a way, and I think it's more. I mean, not all women are respectful, but it's a way you have to talk. It's like woman to woman, like. Yeah. I think. Thank you, baby, but I'm good.
Do you guys take that as a compliment?
I do.
Yeah, I do. I think. I mean, there was this one time where there was this like really attractive, good-looking woman. I was like, "Whoa!"
You're talking about our bar that we
No,
go
this
to?
was at Applebee's. Not at Hula Hands. This is when I was working at
Don't
Applebee's.
announce it. Okay, I'm gonna censor that one.
Yeah. This is when I was working at my old job. I was like 19, and I was walking around. I was a host. I was wearing my lipstick and my makeup because I was flashy like that back then. And this girl just kept on eyeing me, and I was just like, "Hey," you know what I mean? I was like, "Hi," I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, she comes up to me. She has these dreads. She looks like she's light skinned. She looks exotic as hell. Like she has light eyes. She has like Sade's complexion. I was like, "Okay, girl, I see you." I was hyping her up. And then she basically sliding her number, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Nice.
that's not where I was at, but okay." So like she was like, "Oh, I thought you were." I was like, "No, but I'll take it anyway." He's like, "I got you."
Just in case if I'm feeling curious. And
I
I'm
find
feeling
that
like
to
a
be
little
like a
tank
compliment
today.
because you're hot as fuck. Like that's what's up. Like she was like, "Shut up." That was like the very first interaction I've ever had with the the same sex or anything of that sort. But I think men in general, going back to that whole second thing, regardless of if you did allow someone to or whatever, if a gay man compliments you, that's also a compliment, I feel. because
Yeah.
you know, they're very particular with what they wear and how and what piques their interest, and if they put their eye on, you know, a guy, it's like a compliment too.
I mean, not all of them. I know some that don't have any style, but
That's true.
I love you, babe.
Sometimes it's like, what you doing?
I love my queens out there with no style. Still love for y'all. But no, it's because I have there are a few people that are just like, no, like they're like, I'm not homophobic, but it's like, don't get close to me. And then I have friends that are just like, no, like I don't swing that way, but it's a compliment.
Yeah, it's a compliment,
It's a
man.
compliment.
If a gay dude says that I look cute or I got a nice outfit, like I don't take that in a bad way. I'll be like,
It's
the
not
fuck
like
out of here, nigga.
it's not like get the
Fuck
away
off.
from me,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, at that point, if a
I
man
think
is
it's a
like,
level of maturity.
yeah. At that point, you could question if they also may deep down feel that way if they get so angry too. Like I've realized.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Like deflecting
They
from
deflect.
feelings.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of, you know, gay men who said that, oh yes, honey, I know he's gay, but he's in a closet.
Yeah,
you know. Shout out to Vaughn who be telling me all this stuff, and he's like, oh honey, like, that's him deflecting. I'm like, how do you know this? He's like, I peeped him checking me out multiple times.
I think that
married men have come up to him.
I think that's the funniest thing is when they point each other out, but they point out the ones that are, you know, like on the, you know, no, what is it called? Nobody says it anymore. We used to say back then on the DL.
Oh, DL.
Yeah, on the down low and
He
shit.
blaming on the low.
Yeah, he's in the closet. Yeah.
Oh, he on the low, or like it was at one of my shows. One of my sister's friends. He just came up to me and was like, Sade. Nah, I'm gonna tell you later. I was like, what? He was like, no, you got the mic in hand, about to go up? Nah, I'll tell you later. I was like, okay. And then like a little smoke break. We're outside. And then my sister's like, so apparently one of his little boyfriends is here. I was like, which one? He wouldn't tell me. But he was like, he over there hugged up with, because he was like staring at him too. He's like, he hugged up with that little bitch, but he was on my couch 2 days ago. I was like,
shit.
Lord.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
It'd be like that.
Oh, it'd be like
That's
that
what
in
I'm
your
trying to
show.
tell you.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know it was
No,
like
it
that.
was-
Not in the show. It's
No. I mean, it happened at the show, but he almost.
Yeah, not in the show.
No. No. I mean,
We
everybody.
ain't doing all
that. But there's no orgies at check-in.
Yeah.
No. Everybody is welcome.
Yes.
No, I
No
assume it wasn't in the show.
Everybody is welcome.
But was it someone he met on the show, I guess?
No.
No,
We
no,
knew him
no,
from
no.
before.
Yeah,
It was
he just happened to
like-
be at the show.
Yeah, because he was saying, he's like, oh, I just made eye contact with him, and now he won't leave where he's at, because he was like kind of like posted against the wall, like he didn't want to leave that area because he saw my sister's friend was there, and it was kind of like, okay, awkward.
So you
like,
weren't told
nobody
who this
knows.
was?
No. Oh man, I was
Do you have an
searching.
idea who it is?
I was just like, wait, because I went like this. All right, your eyes are. I was trying to follow his eye gaze. I was like, where are you looking? Are you looking by the DJ booth? He was like, no, stop it.
Bro, that's some shit.
He wouldn't tell
shit.
me. I mean, like, not. I'm gonna respect it though. I'm gonna respect it.
So somebody in here was in DL.
No,
But
it
there's
was
multiple of them,
It was
that's
actually
why.
it was the first. This was a while ago. It was like the first,
Oh, it's 2019.
the second
man.
show. I think it was the second show that I had.
It's 2019. Like, I ain't judging nobody.
It
if
was
that's how they
literally
wanna
show
roll.
number 2 of Check It, and that happened, and I was just like, oh Jesus, this show just started. What is about to happen? I was just praying. I'm just like, I hope like there's no fight, no nothing. I mean, everything worked out smooth. He was just like, okay, I'm gonna just stay behind the bar. This is a little awkward now. So, because he was just trying, like, it was just weird.
Is there any footage of the second show?
Yeah, but I didn't catch that.
No,
Kinda
we
wish I
can
did.
see who was in the crowd.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Might
like,
have to
I
hit the
respect
archives.
I respect it. I don't think I really from the second show. Some of the people that performed that were around, like I talk to every now and then, and it's cool. I mean, we completely fucking went off topic, but it's pretty cool. One of the performers who said he didn't perform in like 7 years. Got hit up to be like, oh, like come to this open mic right now, like this and that. He's like, nah, I don't perform. He's like, no, you don't have to perform. Just just chill, just watch. And he watched, he chilled, came back the next month and performed. And he was like, I haven't performed in 7 years. I haven't done anything.
That's crazy.
Like that first show got him inspired, and he wants to come back. Like he commented on something. He was like, all right, keep a lookout. Like I'm coming back soon. So it's pretty cool because, you know, he had a lot going on in his life, and it's just one of those cases, like, you know, real life sunk in. So, damn.
You only find
But
that
everybody
here
else, I don't really
check
talk
it,
to.
an open mic.
Only check in.
Okay.
No
Open
hidden
mic night.
fees.
Check it.
Only
Check
at
it.
Oh,
Check it.
shut up.
Let me not. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
we gonna leave that for another time.
That was only picante.
That's not me setting you up either. That's fuck out of here. You coming in.
I naturally finessed the spice.
Yeah, you
We'll
did.
stop. We'll
Yeah.
save
It's
that
all
for
right.
next
We'll
one.
see it for
That was some
later.
bland shit. That was level 1. That was level 1 spice.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, what was it? Oh, I already.
You got the list? Yeah, so we got a spice meter. So
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
niggas in here or guests or host
Whoever
talk
comes,
some shit,
really.
we're going to have a spice level.
Okay.
We got 5 levels?
Oh, sorry.
We have
So yeah,
5?
we'll come up with. I'll come up with like some graphics. Send them your way. We'll get them on the video and everything. Pepper Bay.
That's
is
the
level
first?
1.
Level 1, pepper bay.
Level 2. Sofrito.
Mhm.
And you know, for those people who like their palate it's not spicy. It just has seasoning, but it's just seasoning. I hate explaining that to tables. Is blackened? Is that spicy? No, it's just seasoning, baby. Level 3, picante. A little
Spicy.
bite. A little bite.
We have to work on that name.
Huh?
We have to work on that name. It's just spicy in Spanish.
Well, I know that, but picante sounds funny.
Yeah.
It does, but if it's a spice
Picante.
level, but to have a spice
No?
level and then one of the levels be called spice just seems spicy.
You're so fucking annoying.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, sue me.
You're so
Yeah,
Sue
okay.
me. Ah.
I love that song.
What else? All right,
Anyway.
level 4.
Level 4, Sweet Baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby,
Sweet baby
Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh, we gotta come up with drops.
Sweet.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Remember Dr. Pepper commercial? Sweet.
Sweet baby Jesus.
So I was just gonna. I can't.
know, that
I
was
was
too
just gonna
much.
have like when Frank Ocean says "Sweet Baby Jesus." I was just gonna have like Frank Ocean. Just gonna have a soundbite, but we're definitely getting that
Sweet
one.
baby Jesus.
I love that shit.
And the 5th one, 5th level.
Get him some milk.
Get him some milk.
You better
Get
get
him
him
some
some milk.
Yeah, man.
So
Cause
level
he gonna
3, we'll
need
work
it.
on picante.
And you might catch me next week on level 5 rant.
For real.
Get fucking crazy next week.
Oh yeah, next week is gonna be all
Yeah,
types
next
of
week is
spice
gonna be
levels.
all
All
kind
right.
of spices. So
I wanted to get spicy this week, but I'm fucking sick and I can't do it right now.
So we gonna do that. For
Oh,
next
you gonna
week.
hear me?
We
You gonna hear me?
you.
I'm gonna go
Because
off.
I
next
don't.
week.
Yeah, and
I'm saving the ammo for
I
next
honestly
week.
don't want to get spicy, and then in the middle of it, I gotta hack up a lung, and it's like
Yeah.
it fucks up everything.
Yeah, I don't want to
So we
say
gotta
my
wait
point.
until we're
So we
good.
want to wait.
I don't want to say my point and then do it like that, sniffing shit. Yeah, it's not.
But
It's not
wait,
cute.
what were you guys singing earlier? The Robitussin.
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 Yeah, we'll let that shit take care of itself. Take care of ourselves.
Robitussin.
My Dominican
Yeah.
magic in my car right
Reposado.
now. Drink that shit.
Yeah. Yo,
It'll be all good.
I'm fucking sick. I need to go. I'm gonna go home, take a goddamn shower, get some sleep. I got a weekend ahead of me. What do we got planned? Oh yeah, I'm doing the Perth Amboy
Yeah.
Who Are You showcase. Actually, I'm not doing it, but I am gonna be accompanying guests and Saint from STTP fam.
Okay.
They got some feature sets. Nice place. I think I mentioned before. When you walk in, it's an actual women's club, so it's where they hold quinceañeras and banquet halls. Like you walk in, there's streamers and
And the
shit.
WAPs. Whatever. I can't say it.
The WAPs. What the fuck is a
You said
WAP?
something
The
about
Wasp.
Wasp.
Oh, there was a wasp. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a fucking wasp chilling on the goddamn show the whole
That
night,
has to be so funny. on
staring at
footage.
people.
Yeah.
It's weird, and then it's also Halloween, so it's like a mask. I gotta wear a mask. This motherfucker. I don't know. I don't got no damn mask to wear. I gotta figure out some
Yeah,
shit.
you figure it out.
Just do the regular fucking.
But
Michael
I
Myers.
gotta go somewhere and get a mask. Like,
Oh my god, do Michael Myers and do the Michael McDonald voice.
oh shit, you want some shit now? With the knife? I keep forgetting.
Do it.
Gonna fucking kill you. Keep forgetting. Yeah, man. No, we'll see. We'll see. I might do some shit. I know Guess is gonna be wearing some crazy shit. He definitely had an idea
he has
to roll
some
with.
whole thing.
Did
He's
he
got
tell
some
you?
shit. He did.
Yeah,
he
he
did tell me. He
did.
ended up
Oh,
telling
But
me.
he
it's
told
in the
me not to
works.
tell
Well, because
you.
the shit got canceled, so I
Oh,
was
the
like,
birthday party. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
like, fuck it, I'll tell you anyway. And then when I heard, I was like, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, because he was like, don't tell him.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm like, come on, nigga, I ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah,
That's all him. I wouldn't.
No, I think he wanted like to surprise you or something. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I would have been pleasantly surprised. But I was scared at the same time too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
frightened.
Oh, I can't fucking wait.
Like if he'd have walked up at me, if it wasn't for his laugh or his voice, I would have been like, nigga, who the fuck are you? If I'd have seen some shit like that.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see this shit.
No, we're gonna take pictures. But it's gonna be great, man. Perth Amboy is a dope fucking spot. Shout out to Mel the Prophet, always dedicated. the cameraman, his name is Say Cheese, at least on Instagram. Cheese. So shout out to them. Everybody over there, they dope ass people. Danny Ray from La Cocina is not hosting this time. I don't know who's hosting this time, but she should be there as well. Shout out to Adri, La Cocina podcast.
Shout out. Yeah, thank you guys.
They showed
for the
us
shout
love.
out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I forgot about
Appreciate
that.
Yeah,
no, she
all love around.
She shouted out when Guest was on, which was a really good episode for them. When Guest Music was on there, the La Cocina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, I had it all geared up, like I was gonna talk about you and check it, and all of a sudden she brought you, she mentioned you, and it was like it worked out. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
you're awesome,
much
man.
appreciated.
So that'll be upcoming for this weekend, and hopefully by next week we can talk about the Kanye album. What do y'all got planned this weekend? What's up?
This weekend, I just got a new mattress today.
Hey, you gotta break it in. All right.
It was about to, and then I was just, we were just there, and he was like messing with me. I was just like, no. Because I just finished like fucking 5,000 loads of laundry, and I was just like, no, I gotta get the podcast. And then we both just ended up falling asleep like this. Because he's both like this, probably trying to grab I just seen his hand trying to grab my ass, and then I'm just like this. No, the mattress is fucking amazing. Amazing.
Tempur-Pedic shit?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, nice.
Super dope. Like, you ever seen like the ads? I mean, we're talking about it, so I'm sure your phones will fucking go off on Instagram. It's the ones you open the box, and then the ones like
Right. If I start seeing fucking mattress ads, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Right. Oh no, it's gonna happen.
That happened. I was at work, and me and my coworkers were talking about Belvita crackers randomly, and then the next day on Instagram, I see a fucking ad for fucking Belvita crackers. I ain't never in my life ever wanted to get a Belvita cracker in my life, and then we talk about it at work because my coworker just happened to have a Belvita cracker. Like, you ever had these Belvitas?
They're pretty poppin'. I'm not gonna lie.
We must have said Belvita. We must have said Belvita like 9 times in that conversation. The next thing you know, my fucking phone. You ever had a Belvita? No, I ain't had no damn Belvita. What the fuck is a Belvita? You ain't had no Belvita?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
those are pretty good.
Someone's like, tell him about Belvita. This nigga don't know about Belvita. And all those times of Belvita, next day, fucking Instagram ad for Belvita. That's some scary shit.
Yeah, it is. Like I've talked about it here before. Like I'll look up music shirts. I got t-shirts with the music stuff. I want artists and shit. And then I feel like Amazon or whatever. All of a sudden I'm getting ads of Instagram, like actual people who are making them.
Yeah.
And I'll get them like on my phone. I'm just like, nah.
Oh yeah. I had a conversation with my brother a couple years ago about suddenly we just talked about bras, and I've been getting emails about bra sales ever since for the past 2 years in my email. Yeah. 50% off, 20% off, fucking bras.
Oh yeah, I got
ridiculous.
One of those.
It's the bullshit.
Yeah, I was talking to Juan. I'm like, damn, I want to get more like tights and shit, and then because it's it's the winter and like layer up, and I always like wearing like tights and then with sweats on top, and it was like right there, just a whole bunch of tights, and it was like fucking what's that Goldie Hawn's daughter, Kate something. Whatever that bitch's name. She has, apparently, I just found this out on Instagram. She has a line of, not on Instagram, but she has a line of like tights and workout gear. Right. And that's all that's all I saw like for the first like few days after that conversation.
Bro, that's wild shit. That's wild shit. Now, I'm gonna be on the lookout now for Belvita, and I'm looking out for these fucking mattresses.
For real.
I don't need this shit in my life.
Probably tights.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
no, for sure.
Next week, expect some spice. Expect us to sound a lot better and not so sick.
Yeah, hopefully.
100%.
Yeah.
Did you want to do Would You Rather? Let me close out.
Oh, I thought we was about to close it out now.
Oh, we can close it out.
Yeah, it depends on you. Yeah, whatever you guys want.
Close it out now. We'll close it out. So, that's been another episode of Lyrical Fix Podcast. We are now 10 episodes in. Congratulations, guys. Even though we've done 2.5 episodes, so technically this is like, what, our 12th?
This is our
12.
Yeah,
12.
Because it was 1.1 and 9.5. Oh, no, wait, 13th.
Oh,
was
shit.
6.5.
Yeah.
Lucky 13. Yeah, man. So as always, you can find us on Anchor, Apple, Audio Mac, Spotify, and motherfucking YouTube. Make sure to rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that shit. Leave us some good love on there. Help us get big in these podcast streets.
And reviews,
IG,
of course.
also the Lyrical Fix Pod. That's TheLyricalFixPod. I worked on that.
Look at you.
I was a former spelling champ in middle school. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Stout. You know what I mean? I can spell abacus. You know what I mean? I killed niggas with that.
Snap it up.
I killed niggas with that. Spell abacus, Paul. Paulo. I was like, yeah, sure, I got you. They saw my name on the board. He was like, oh, you won the spelling bee. I'm like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Yeah.
Wordsmith and shit. Of course I did.
Of course I'm gonna be a good speller. Fuck out of here. But yeah, man, check us out. My name is Kid Pro.
Sade.
And Val.
And we are the Lyrical Fix Pod. Yo, catch y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.